This week's episode of the Realest Podcast Ever is sponsored by The Circuit. Saturday, May 25th, Memorial Day weekend, The Circuit presents 42 Doug live at the TLA. That's the TLA Philly, 334 South Street. He's going to be flanked by Black Poppy and the hottest young group in Philadelphia, D4M. That's D4M Sloan, D4M Sciano. You can get your tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com or lnphilly.com.
TRPE. The realest podcast ever, realest podcast ever. Yeah. Two brothers bringing thinking on a second level. Music, sports, fashion, politics, and the streets. The best 2 hours out of every week. YDN, dinosaurs, and YBODs. Real talk every time, this is what you need. We just out here popping shit. It's your boy C. Diddy and Matt makes me sick. TRPE, TRPE, go. TRPE, TRPE, go. They know. The realest podcast ever. Woo, woo. The realest podcast ever.
Jim Boomey.
Oh, man. Back from sabbatical. This is the realest podcast ever. Episode, what number is this, Teller?
89.
87?
I was close.
Episode 87. Who's famous number 87 in the NFL?
Brent Selleck.
Famouser
More
than that.
famouser.
Yeah, more famous than Brent Selleck.
Wait, this can't be 87. Is he right? I think we did 87, yo.
No, this is 87.
This is 87. Trust your
Okay,
engineer.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
The podcaster-engineer relationship should be like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's relationship. You should trust your engineer.
Also Gronk.
There we go. Gronk.
You got a winner there.
Recently retired NFL legend Gronk. Often injured, but often there when Tom Brady needed him.
I typed in famous number 87 and it's a goalie. I can't even pronounce the last. His last name is long as shit. I can't pronounce it. Oh, Sidney Crosby is 87.
There we go. City Kid.
Yeah.
My guy.
Aren't many 87s
Yo,
out there.
is the NHL playoffs over yet?
Now they go on the same time as NBA pretty much.
Oh, so nobody's watching that shit, basically.
Remember
Yeah.
remember the OJ joint? The OJ Chase Knicks Game 7.
The day of the Rangers parade.
Mark Messier or something, right?
Yeah.
No, it was the day of the Rangers parade.
Oh, it was the day of the parade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they all played it. They have like a 30 for 30 about that day. Like all the shit that was going on that day.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. You got a parade over here.
Yeah, it was.
Game 7 of the finals over here. Little police
Little,
chase.
little action over here.
It was just all like Raw Cup footage, like no interviews too.
Yeah, like it was just
pretty
all.
cool.
Like, they were saying how people had it like to where multiple screens was going on because you had to, you gotta watch everything.
Damn.
This is before Periscope.
We got a special guest in the building, friend to the show.
Yeah, what up?
It's the boy Ra.
I have so much energy.
I'm sorry. I just
Yeah, what up?
always full of energy.
Rod jumped up out of bed like, y'all talking about what tonight? I'm on my way. I'm not missing this shit.
Raw energy is crazy, yo. I walk in a sports book. He's just so.
Yo,
energetic.
well, since I got both of y'all here, y'all both gamblers, sports betting guys. Have y'all watched that series Action on Showtime yet?
I did. It was very good.
I keep meaning to watch it, and I just.
I watched 2 episodes. I was when I was I think I was in Atlanta. I was watching it on fucking on demand. They had fucking on demand at the Lowe's and shit. And I watched like 2 episodes. It was real fucking good.
Yeah, I actually met Bill Krackenberger in a sports book one day. Yeah, like I bumped into him. He was putting in $20 parlays and shit.
Yo, Rob be telling me the wildest little stories about his. Like, he just meets everybody in the sport. This shit is crazy, yo.
Yeah, I've met so many people.
Yeah, no, the day I met Bishop Don Magic
I fucking
Wand
create.
in the sports book.
I completed my better trilogy today. I was with Love earlier. Love red hot right now.
That's a way to complete it. Yeah.
He red fucking hot betting basketball right now. He was like, man, we went to lunch. He was like, dog, I'm gonna miss my fucking wave. I'm gonna miss this bet on the Sixers game. He was gonna take the Sixers -4.
That's a loss.
Good, you're lucky, Love.
Love is crazy because Love will literally buy, like he will sell points.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, all right, yo, the line is,
He the other day, I think it was the Bucks.
Yeah.
Who did the Bucks play
The
last?
Bucks were getting the Celtics, and he sold, like the Bucks were getting
No.
+2, and he sold like 5 points.
No. Who did the Bucks play last series?
Detroit.
Oh yeah,
Detroit.
Pistons.
Bucks. Love was like some. I got the 2-teamer. I got the Bucks. Bucks line 16.5. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, the line is like 5. I'm like, what are you? He's like, man, they gonna blow him out. Sure enough, Bucks beat him by like 20.
Boom the fuck out. He had like $3,000 on that game.
Oh, love is crazy. But where are we at? Like what day is it?
It's Sunday.
I mean, like date.
Cinco
Something's going on today.
Cinco de Mayo.
Okay,
May the
that-
5th.
I knew something special was happening today. I couldn't fucking.
All right, so Cinco de Mayo is one of those holidays where no matter what ethnicity people are, they turn the ethnicity of the holiday. Like St. Patrick's Day, everybody's fucking Irish. Cinco de Mayo, everybody's Mexican. So today, I'm on my IG story. My man Doe from Baltimore or whatever. He has a snap on his story. I'm Mexican today. The very next fucking snap, this motherfucker's got a sombrero on with fucking Cartier glasses, driving to go get tequila and tacos or somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bruh, you really fucking ridiculous. Like, where did you get a sombrero from in Baltimore?
Yes, it's like St. Patrick's Day, and they don't act like that though for a Doom Day.
Fuck no.
No,
Nobody wants to be African.
No one comes out for that. We don't even go out for that.
I'd be like, oh, Dune Day, I ain't going down South Street, nigga.
Yeah. I went to an Doom Day once though.
Me and listen,
Doom Day is lit, man.
Me and Ricky was habitual a Doom Day. I've probably seen Ryan at Doom Day before
You
I
definitely
knew
seen
him.
me.
I think I went
Ricky-
to one with you. I believe back in the day.
Me and Ricky used to go every year for like 5-6 years. Like
I've maybe been to two of them. It
my
ain't-
whole high school career, like the year after a
it's-
Doom Day.
It's not my scene.
Hottest shit on South Street in June.
A lot of natural deodorant going on down there. It's not really my thing.
Man, it'd be lit. You go down there with dashiki.
I don't have any dashikis.
Oh, see, I went
Go down
to
there
Ghana.
early and get one.
Yeah. You got like a real dashiki?
I got a real dashiki. I went to Ghana and pick one up.
Oh, you did go to Ghana, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch would kill you. He see you in a fake dashiki. Shout out BF and Kruma.
That gentrified dashiki.
That made in Taiwan dashiki. But I knew it was something going on. I've been all over the place last couple of days. I knew something was going on today. I couldn't remember exactly
Yeah,
what it was.
Cinco de Mayo. It rained today, so it kind of like shitted on everybody's parade. I'm talking to people. I'm like, I thought you was going over Cinco de Mayo. I'm home watching. They're like, yeah, I'm home watching Netflix. What happened?
It rains like every
Weekend.
No, what was the run this morning? Broad Street.
Broad Street, yeah.
Broad Street. Every year it rains for the Broad Street run.
Well, aside from that, it rains every fucking weekend in Philadelphia. Apparently, it'd be beautiful Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
The bull who
Friday,
won,
pouring down.
the bull
fucking
who
rain.
won the Broad Street run like smoked everybody, yo.
He was the only one that was training.
African bull. He's
a ringer.
the run started 8:00. Kimba was Kimba Cop, so he out there for the shit. Kimba was posted at the Wawa on Broad and Walnut. This shit starts like at the top of Broad Street, like past Broughton only. Like
Shit.
it's the whole Broad Street,
Damn.
10 miles from like Broad and Cheltenham to the sports complex. The run started at 8:00. Kimba was at Broad and Walnut, no bullshit. He had a snap at like 8:12. Everybody was cheering as the bull was running past. I'm like, how the fuck this nigga get down here already? Like the train ain't getting the fuck down there that fast.
Fuck no.
He had the first bull. Apparently, bull's like a big time marathon dude. Like he does
he a
this-
ringer. He don't count.
Yeah, the Africans, they gotta like run the whole Sahara and shit to get out. Like it's
Run the whole length of the Nile River and shit down the side.
the other day, my man was like, yo, you ever notice Chinese chicks all got like amazingly strong legs? And I'm like, well, they got to walk the whole Great Wall before they get out of China.
I'm like, oh,
And he like,
shit.
word? I'm like, nah, shut up. I'm like, I'm fucking with you. Don't go telling people that shit. But yeah, that's how a stupid ass rumor gets started.
He be like, no, because my man at the gig said.
They say when you like to get out of China, you got to walk the whole Great Wall.
Then you got to fight Shang Tsung
And
for
then you
3
get
rounds.
then you get 302 for being in the street with foolishness. But the bull like he demolished the field.
That's crazy.
I don't know his name, but I'm sure it's something hard to
I mean,
pronounce.
that's because everybody else been too busy going to D'Alessandro's and shit like that. They wasn't really focused on the run.
I'm never going. I'm never doing no run. I don't give a fuck where I
It's
go.
not happening.
Never in a million years. The Boston Joan is like, I think Boston or New York. One of them is like 27 miles.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah, I think it's either the Boston or New York.
And Puff ran that joint too.
I mean, well, Puff's Puff.
Puff is the most competitive human ever.
And he has a high tolerance for coke. So it's like, you get enough coke in your system, you could do just about any fucking thing.
How many miles is it? All right, man.
Yeah, all right.
Call the bull back.
Good. One of my favorite, and I'm not high on Puff, but one of my favorite Puff moments. You ever remember, it was a producer nigga had a show called, it was like LeBron's The Shop. It was called,
Who the bull? I think it was Corey Rooney.
Rooney. You ever remember
Corey
that?
Rooney.
Nah.
Corey Rooney is the person that discovered 50 Cent and like we
Big
worked
boy.
with
He
Nas
kind of looked
early.
like Jazzy Faye.
Yeah.
like lightly resembles Jazzy Faye.
but less ridiculous.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Years ago, he had a show. It was it might have been called Corey Rooney's Shop or some
something
shit
It was
like
like
that.
on MTV2 or some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
I know his name was Rooney though, and it was like the shop. So he had barbers in a shop in like Harlem or Queens or some urban ghetto in New York, and he would have like celebrities come through, get a haircut, and they would like chop it up about shit that was going on in like pop culture and urban culture. So he would have like Kiss, and it would be the most random duo. Like it would be Kiss and Sebastian Telfair. Like it would just be random motherfuckers just in the shop, sort of like how LeBron shit is.
Fucking J Hood and MC Brains.
Right, just random. So the one John he had that was a real big deal, he had Puff come through. And Puff was in there getting his little shape up, whatever, and it was Puff being Puff. Had little ice and diamonds and little Cartier frames on, and Puff just being Puff. So the boy Rooney asked him, was like, yo, like you known for all the extravagant, the lavish, the baller, all that shit. What's your most ballerific moment ever in your life? And Puff was like, most baller shit I ever did. Keep it real, yo. I ran the New York City Marathon. Like that to me was baller because I'm not supposed to do that. That's some shit where it's just me coming from where I'm from. We don't run, we don't work out, we don't exercise, we don't take that serious. So for me to be able to lock in and train and complete the New York City Marathon, that to me was the most ballerific moment of my life. And they all started clapping and they're like, wow, like damn, like that was a dope ass answer. And Pop was like, and I did just chop the top off my Phantom. And I was like, yo, this nigga, yo, you gotta find that shit on YouTube.
Not to mention.
This was before the drop heads came out. Like the Phantoms had just dropped. But I was like, that and I did just chop the top off my Phantom. And they was just looking at me like, what? Yo. Fucking Puff, yo. Puff's a funny ass dude, man. But yeah, no, he had a show just like LeBron's joint. Speaking of which, did y'all watch the new episode?
I didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I was telling him about he had Lonzo on there this week.
Yeah.
And they were talking about when they found out Magic was stepping down and shit. And Lonzo was like, yeah, man, Kuz was just like, man, what the fuck we doing tonight? Like, they don't even care. You know? Like,
Because they never seen Magic anyway.
Like, whatever. You know
That's
what
why
I'm
Rob Pelinka walking around like, where's Magic? Where's Magic?
saying? Dog. Like, yeah, like, they like, man, whatever. Where the fuck we at with it tonight?
Magic got copied on a bad email and was like, I'm a billionaire. I don't need this shit.
Dog.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck y'all. Jeannie supposed to be my sister. Rob talking shit about me. I'm out of here.
This measly ass check y'all giving me.
Yeah, real shit. Like,
Paltry $12 million a year.
yeah.
Come to the office and punch everybody in the face.
Like Chris Rock said it best, like, man, Magic trying to buy Nabisco. Like, he ain't got time to worry about this bullshit over here. It's just what it is. But before we start today, I want to give a shout out to my pop. You know what I'm saying? He had a seizure the other day. He's doing a lot better. We've been dealing with that pretty much these last couple of days. So definitely shout out Dad. I know he listens to every episode. So, but yeah, he's getting back. He jumped up out the bed today. They brought him down off the sedation. He tried to get up. They like, all right, cool. Oh yeah, cool. Let's take it easy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, he's doing a lot better than he was the other day. So, that's been something that's been like, we've been dealing with that. But
yeah, that seizure stuff is no joke because it's like
Carl
it's
gave me
it's
the
hard
whole,
to track.
I never really knew what a seizure was, and this is something we got to start doing. Is like stop waiting until it hits your doorstep to really get informed about just things that are affecting the world and people are dealing with. So Carl basically explained it to me is if you've ever lived in an old house, your lights would turn off because you blew a fuse. You'd have to go down in the basement and flip the switches to get, the kitchen lights, the hall light, all that. That's essentially what happens when you have a seizure. Basically, the fuse went out. You got to go down there and turn it back on. That's what it is, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, but they did the MRI, said no brain mass, oxygen the brain never went without oxygen, all his vitals and everything is looking good. And like, he's responding to everything, opening his eyes and he raising his hands like so he just got to work himself back. But, yeah, we've been dealing with that for the last couple of days. But prayers up for Pops. And,
Definitely.
yeah, we all good with it. Where y'all want to start this one?
All right, here's where I want to start. P&B Rock went on the Breakfast Club the other day.
Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Everybody was going. I didn't see any of it.
I saw enough. I saw the fucking 60-second clip of him talking about his shit. He went on the Breakfast Club, dressed like a 14-year-old, first and foremost. and basically spoke about Philadelphia almost like it was 99. Like, think about all the Philadelphia stereotypes that there are. He took them to the biggest morning show in the universe.
Meaning what?
Meaning what he said was they was talking about like the guys from Philly, and he was like, oh yeah, the uptown guy niggas is known for being the swaggiest, we get fly and da. South Philly niggas is like grimy and they can't dress, and the chicks from down there align you. Like all of the fucking all of this in 2019, he went up there and spit all the Philly stereotypes that we've heard our whole lives.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, West Philly niggas like can't really dress, like they shit still be like kind of extra baggy sometimes, but they do got bad bitches, but like the niggas is fucked off. Southwest niggas, same thing, they still kind of baggy. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck are you talking about? and to make it even more ridiculous, he's sitting up there with a vest on, with a t-shirt and white glasses like Fabo.
Oh man.
Talking about who from the city can and can't dress. And I'm just sitting here like, I never seen an outfit that PNB Rock had on it. I was like, I'm gonna go get that shit. Like, never in life.
Vests are crazy. Like, vests are just... Do you own any vests?
I think I had a vest on.
I got a couple sweater vests. That's about
I'll
it.
give you a polo joint.
Yeah.
I'll give you a sweater vest.
Let me find this clip. So
No, like, are you talking about like a denim vest?
like a canvas vest, like the Carhartt material.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Like
know.
that.
Oh, nah.
With a t-shirt on under.
You know, Joe Buttons actually blocked me over the vest.
Oh, the vest shit.
Really?
The vest of
the
both
best
worlds?
of both worlds? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I took him and Scrappy Face and put him, remember the Best of Both Worlds cover?
Yeah.
Not the first one, the Unfinished Business with Jay-Z and R. Kelly?
Yeah.
I put him and,
So this is what he has on.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna put this on the mic. I'm gonna play this shit.
on a donut. Just let me see what he has on.
He looks fucking ridiculous. Click the one with the orange. You see the orange t-shirt?
Oh, no, I don't need to click it.
He looks like a fucking fool.
Yo, them glasses is insane.
Glasses are wild.
It was a nigga at my job came in with white
I mean,
glasses
is he
on.
swagged out for his generation? Because I've accepted that I'm old now.
Yeah, when it comes to like
Like,
dress-
is that cool for like
The
kids?
vest shit is through the roof for the kids right now.
Okay.
yeah, they're real vesty.
They're vested out.
Yeah, they're real vested.
They have all vested interests.
But
Like,
white glasses is a no.
White glasses is a no in any
There
decade.
was a boy
Like,
at my job came in with white glasses, and I was like, "Yo, you're gonna end up in prison before the night is over." And he was like, "What are you talking about? He's as black as I am." And he had on white glasses. And I was like, "Yo, it's only two dark skinned niggas on earth that can ever wear white sunglasses. It's T-Pain and Coco Beware. You cannot. you can't go outside
Coco
with white
Beware.
Oh my
glasses on.
God,
I'm
yo.
like, you just can't. Like as a dark skinned nigga, you just
when I
can't
see
do
white
that.
sunglasses, I automatically go right to Fabo from D4L. Like Laffy Taffy video and every other retarded performance Fabo has had over the last 12 years.
Oh my God.
Tell me
White
you see the video circulating where the caption is, yeah, Beyonce a great performer and all, but can she do this? And it is him like saying
And that was recent.
It's recent. This shit is from like 3 weeks ago. This nigga's like 50 up there snapping and popping.
Geeked out of his mind.
Beyonce cool and all, but
So-
she do this.
So the shit basically like went viral. All the Philly social media shit went viral, whatever like that. So my man Black Poppy put this shit up on his page, and he was like, "Yo, rock my man," but he capping. So the comments are funnier than the video.
Right.
So the comments niggas is like, "Yeah, Rock must have had a big ass bowl of Captain Crunch this morning." This nigga is like Captain America right now. So they just go, they like, no. Bro, the shit just went on and took a whole life of his own. So I want to end the great debate once and for all. What part of the city historically has the swaggiest niggas, and what part or parts of the city has the baddest chicks?
I don't know where the swaggy is. I don't know the swaggy. Like I wear sweatsuits. You know what I'm saying? You could probably answer that shit.
Yeah, you definitely can answer that.
We're not fashion guys.
right now, to me, best dressed person in Philadelphia is Black Poppy. Black Poppy's from Southwest. The nigga's immaculately dressed everywhere he goes. Like, when he get up in the morning and take his kids to school, he's out on $7,000 worth of clothes. Like, the nigga's immaculately dressed. Like, and he's fucking stylish. He wears shit. Any kind of like slim, tall. His shit cut right, look good. So, going back in history, when you look at like JBM and all of that shit, JBM was a North Philly thing and a Southwest thing. Bucky and all them being a Southwest chapter. The North Philly crew would always say, oh, them Southwest guys, all they do is get dressed and want to look pretty and da-da-da. And they would match their clothes with their cars and like shit like that. So if you look at the history of Philadelphia going back, Southwest always had the flyest niggas. It's just that Southwest is so small and that when you comparing it to like North, which is a city unto itself, because fucking North goes from 33rd Street to Q Street or wherever the fuck North ends at the Delaware River. It's so many different parts of North, but people just generally throw the North Philly tag on it and they get a pass.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
I'll say this. Throughout the history of the entertainers who come from this city, the people with like influence, like we go back to like the State Properties, the Cassidys, all of these different. I never wanted to look like any of them. You know what I mean?
Never.
Like,
Yeah,
never.
not at all.
Like I never looked at Beans and was like,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like I never, even when State Property was like huge, it was like, I'm gonna get that. That's the hot little, I'm gonna get that coat or those fatigues or whatever. But it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't like fashion.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like, it was urban, like street fashion, like rockaware. You never looked at rockaware like, I'm wearing this to a wedding or no shit like that. Now I'll say Meek. I've said it on here. Whoever styles Meek, really, because he
I
looks.
forget the girl's name.
You said it on here too.
Yeah.
Like Fatima?
I think it's Fatima.
Something like that. I think that's what you said. But Meek always.
Because she finds shit
he
that's
always
like.
looks pretty decent.
Like,
I'll give him that.
Especially his coats. Like,
his coat game.
His coat game is through the fucking roof. Like, his coat game is phenomenal. So it's like, when you talk about Philly, like, to me, Black Poppy's number one, far and away. Meek is second.
Like Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross coats and shirts. Then I like some of the jeans he wears. Then it gets to the feet, and I'm like what the fuck? Because he just wears like this goof, like 50 even. 50, like he'll wear the weirdest Louboutins he could find. Yeah. Or what's the other joints with the big strap at the top?
The Giuseppe's.
No, the Margellas, I believe. Are those a thing?
Oh, with the big
The
strap.
big huge.
That look
the big. Exactly. The joint you gotta put your foot up for leverage before you. Yeah. So a lot of that shit, I remember I wear a 15. So a lot like the what's the Jones? The trainers, the S trainers, the triple sole joints.
It ain't gonna happen, Chief.
They look cool till you actually see them in a 47 or 48 that sneak like this. You like, that shit ain't.
That shit look like a Toyota Corolla.
But even them, that's how I realized like fashion just ain't, because like y'all went crazy for the triple S joints, and I just was like, young boy, like I'm like I can't do it.
I'm gonna sit this one out, fam.
Yeah, like,
so what I will say about this, right? And my man Coco pointed this out to me around like 2015. He was basically like, yo, for the most part, nobody in Philly really dresses like trash anymore. Everybody's making some form of effort to get dressed, whether it be from a Zara or a fashion. Like, the fashion has become so affordable that you can look nice and ain't gotta spend a grip of money in order to, you know what I'm saying, to fucking look nice. So when you do look bad, it's like you're going out of your way to look shitty because there's so many options and so many places to get clothes from.
You know what you just made me think about? When I first started at something, you don't wear a uniform. So you got to like wear like business, like casual attire. You know what I'm saying? So they make you wear a shirt with a tie because you wear a uniform shirt once you get the shit. So you wear a button-up shirt with a tie. So in my training joint, it was me and this white dude named Walt. Shout out Walt. They call him Walt Baby Love. Old white boy. Walt crazy as shit.
Mr. White Folks.
But Walt will tell you I'm proud white trash. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like he'll tell you that shit. You know what I'm saying?
His life's dream was getting a job at SEPTA.
Like, and he completely like Al Bundy to the T. Like that was him. And I remember we came in one morning for like just training. He was always all over the place, just a bunch of stupid shit, whatever. So he had a coat on, like sort of like your little hoodie thing. He took the shit off. You know you gotta wear a casual button up with a tie. This motherfucker had a golf shirt on with a tie. Listen. I don't know if anybody listening has ever seen what a golf shirt with a tie. You know, it's tight as shit, and then it's baggy at the top because the tie is like choking it. So when he take his coat off, I burst out laughing. Our trainer Kim like smacked me on the shoulder and was like, "Stop laughing." She turned and was like, "Well, take a second. Go get yourself together." Walt looked around and was like, "I am together. What the fuck is going on?"
Yo.
Shout out Walt, baby.
Yo, that's
That's
funny
my
as
man.
shit.
He transferred out the Conshohocken Depot. That was my motherfucking homie.
That
But
shit
you just made me think about that when
No,
you
that
said
shit
like
remind me-
trying to look bad.
That
Like
shit,
Oh, man.
that shit reminds me. I was working for Enterprise, and I was same shit having training. And in the training manual that they give you before you come, they tell you got to have white or Oxford blue shirts only.
That's how that should be, yeah.
Because they like, listen, if we give y'all too much freedom to pick the color shirts, y'all gonna fuck this up. So you can get white or Oxford blue. That's your only choice.
True sir, I honestly didn't even remember, but apparently SEPTA drivers were allowed to wear shorts back in the day.
Really?
That's what everybody's saying. I'm like, I don't remember that from when I was 8. But they got pictures. Motherfuckers really was allowed to wear shorts. And I'm like, damn, why they stopped that? It was like, because they was like, you could wear blue shorts, but you know what niggas started doing? Coming in with cargo shorts, the Jones with the strings hanging. Like, oh yeah, y'all.
Fucking American Eagle shorts.
Y'all was tripping.
Yeah, you can't let niggas.
No, you
niggas
can't
will
give
run wild.
motherfuckers leeway in the workplace, dog.
So I'm in training one day, right? This one kid, I forget his name. He's from California. White kid, spiky hair, whatever like that. He comes strolling in the joint. It's like in the dead of winter. I started December 18th, 2006. It's the dead of winter, week before Christmas. This motherfucker come in, he got one of them black wool coats on. He take his coat off. He got on like an electric green fucking button-down shirt and this funky black and electric green tie. And the trainer is like, let's call him Jason. He's like, Jason, can I have a word, please? White or Oxford blue? White or... You're gonna fuck this up for yourself. She's like, you're gonna fuck this up. It's like he taking the shirt lit the whole fucking room up, and I'm like, yeah, this is why. Like, cause motherfuckers gonna start showing up with pink shirt. Like, you ever been at a job where like you could do business casual certain days, and you see the atrocity of what people think business casual is?
Oh yeah,
Like, just
Motherfuckers coming in with balled up khakis and like a fucking a pink button down shirt with a stain on the back. And
Like
shit
when we do like reoccurring training downtown, like working with the public and crisis prevention, and they used to, when you had to go downtown for training, you could, you know, wear like basically like dress down, like you ain't had to wear your uniform. You could just go down there. And the one chick who run the whole program, she was like, motherfuckers were showing up with wife beaters, ball shorts, flip flops. Like, y'all tripping. Like, you walking into a corporate building downtown with a wife beater. Like, I'm here for the train. Like, no. Dog. So now we got to wear our uniforms down to that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying you give a motherfucker too much freedom, they gonna fuck it up.
Give
It's
them an
like,
inch. What they say? Inch take a mile. Like, that's how it be, yo.
I had a friend who he used to wear like you ever see a nigga wear a suit jacket as a blazer, like trying to
trying to throw you off.
like I thought that was some bad fashion shit. Y'all done took this shit to the next level.
Dog, it be crazy, yo. You see dress down at a workplace, it will really blow your mind.
And when you see the blue dungarees with the suit jacket trying to be business cash,
Dog, when we like pick
baggy ass jeans.
when we pick our runs, motherfuckers come up there like in they regular clothes, and I be like, where did
you get this? Where did you get this attire from?
I'm not even joking. Not this picking, but the last picking. It's the fall picking from last year.
Yeah.
One of the old heads, like they were standing, because all the old heads picked the first day, and then the second day is all the motherfuckers that got like between 20 and 13 years. Then it's us with like a dime. We pick on the third day. All the old heads in on the first day. Old head was standing at the board. He had a starter half zip on. Like it said starter on the chest, half zip. And the tag was hanging out the back. Like, you know, you buy something and still got the tag on it?
Yeah, so you could take that joint back?
No, it just, I peeped the tag. So my man, Brad, to the right of me was like, do old head got on a starter half zip, I'm like, new starter. That's like
Brand new.
Never find the fact that it's starter. It's new starter. So it's like, what value city did you purchase that joke from? When you see people and they dress down, it's wild.
I mean, I can't talk. I came to like one of my corporate jobs, and I had on, ski goggles and a cargo jumpsuit.
I seen him one day in that outfit too. I was like, "What's the purpose of this?" He's like, "DMX '98." I'm like, you're gonna end up in prison. It's one of those end up in
You're
prison.
gonna fast track your way to prison.
Fast track to prison. But what Rod Little though, he could pull that off. I can't wear no fucking Carhartt one piece with goggles. It's gonna look crazy. You know.
All right, so all the TRP listeners out there, my personal best dressed rapper is Shy Glizzy. The nigga is immaculately dressed at all times.
You don't know Shy Glizzy?
Shy Glizzy from he's like the only rapper from DC other than Wale.
I've heard the name.
There are no other.
Hangs
rappers
out
from
with
DC.
John Wall. John Wall wants to be him pretty much.
It's like John Wall's old head, but they the same age, so it's tricky. But yeah, Shy Glizzy's like Rod size, but so everything comes in like extra small.
Yeah.
Shy Glizzy, flyest rapper in the game, hands down, and he don't look gay and taggy like Fab all the fucking time.
Like
with
all the weird
cl-
little shit Floyd do. Like Floyd can.
I hate how Floyd.
I hate it too.
Floyd dressed like a divorcee. Like, he dressed like somebody's 48-year-old mother that just got divorced and that bag just
alimony
landed.
payments coming through. But like Floyd, he puts on all that weird shit because he's that fucking tiny. So it's like he can wear knee-high boots and a little motorcycle coat.
And they're size 5.
Yeah.
A grade school 5.
Remember Hangover? He was like, what was in the trunk? He's like, I found a pair of boots, size 6. It was the little Asian boy boots. Size 6 boots. Like, yeah, like he can wear all that little goofy shit because he that fucking... You know, what's they call was at the fight last night? What's the name that just fought a couple weeks ago? Terrence...
Crawford, Bud Crawford.
Terrence Crawford. Yo, you like seeing him next to like regularly sized athletes. He was like taking pictures of motherfuckers. He's really 140 pounds, dog. Like they're that small.
Huh.
That shit is crazy.
Like
yo.
a real 140.
Like a real 140. yo.
Fucking Danny Jacobs missed weight last night and still got washed.
Yeah.
Got power washed last night.
I mean, Canelo's good.
Canelo's amazing.
They don't put him in there with anybody who he's going to have a chance to lose with. So.
Honestly, yeah. Like, boxing to me is trash. That's a whole nother argument.
Yeah, that's
Let's table that for now.
Yeah.
All right, so Black Poppy's from Southwest, via the county. Meek is half North and half South Philly. So that's like a push. So I guess you give it to North Philly because all the bitches love the North niggas. So it's somewhere between Southwest and North that got the crown as far as the dressing go. I've never in my life seen an Uptown nigga who I wanted to dress like. It never happened. So I don't know where Rock got that journal from. And I went, and keep in mind, I have a lot of empirical data on this. I went to Central High School, ladies and gentlemen.
You're a party promoter, so it's like you see the flyers.
I see everybody.
You've seen everybody.
I see everybody everywhere. And I went to high school Uptown, so I seen y'all. Y'all niggas looked a fucking mess. Like,
Yeah.
since 1996, y'all always looked a fucking mess. Like, it's not no new shit. Like, and I'm saying, I'm not even putting me in it. But I'm just looking exterior, like, certain motherfuckers I see that, be consistently, like, well-dressed and shit like that. None of them are from Uptown. Not one of them.
Uptown's a crazy little place. I be out there now. Uptown's a wild...
Uptown different.
Yeah, Uptown's a wild little area, man.
Them niggas wore over anything.
Yeah,
Them niggas-
literally anything. Literally.
Who your grandma, nigga? Kill the shit out of you.
Literally anything.
Kill
yo.
the shit out of you.
So what part of the city you think has the best looking women?
Uptown and West. It's a tie. It's a push. Uptown is a small sample size. There's not a ton of them. But they usually come from solid families. They be well put together. They hygiene be on point. They look, presentable at all times. They not like walking to the store with bags on their head and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the hood shit misses them that you get in other parts of the city.
Chicks really be outside with shopping bags.
Looking like anything.
I saw
They be at the DMV,
Yo,
the supermarket.
It was raining the other day. The chick had a trash bag on. Like an actual trash
I was up the other day at like 9 in the morning. I had to go to the bank.
This bitch is crazy.
I had to go to the bank the other day. I'm up like 9 in the morning on Tuesday. I go to the bank inside the fucking ShopRite on Ridge Avenue.
Oh, you playing games.
Some chick in there, she had on like a pajama set, with like some rollers and then like the scarf on the head with the bag on the head. I'm like, sis, like, one, why you ain't at work? It's Tuesday morning.
Yo.
Number two, what the fuck do you got
School
on?
district in Jersey the other day issued guidelines for parents that come to the school on their children's behalf, like a dress code. And people was all on Facebook going off like, oh, this is racist and this is this, that, and the third. And I'm like, the fact that they even got to issue some shit like this is kind of crazy. The shit said no pajamas, no scarves. What the fuck did it say? Something like no smacking of cigarette boxes. I was just like, yo, this shit
that's about the shit.
I was like, this shit is
No
crazy.
slippers,
But
no Elmo
it's
slippers.
wild though because I drive the bus and you'll see like people really come outside with pajamas on. Like I don't even own pajamas, but if I had them,
Precisely.
I don't even have them. But if you did, why are you coming to your kid's school in them?
I definitely wouldn't come to my kid's school in them, but I'm not gonna lie. There's times I've wanted to DJ a party with my pajamas. Just
You are a freak.
I mean, like you say you don't have pajamas. You don't understand how comfortable it is.
The only time pajamas are appropriate is at Kid and Play's Pajama Jammy Jam. Other than that, you
Okay.
can't wear pajamas outside, bro. You can't wear pajamas outside.
See, this is funny about Rock.
So you gotta understand-
Rock has a corporate side, and then I don't give a fuck about anything side, and they'll like mash sometimes. You just out in the world conducting business, you can't have on pajamas.
I've definitely gone to the bank in pajamas.
Going to the bank, I give you that. You like you said, you're not going to your kid's school.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's out of the question.
Motherfuckers really just be out like I don't know. My mom was real big on that. You're not wearing no scarf nowhere. Like women just
Yeah.
go downtown with scarves on their head. Like just be all.
See, that's
in.
the bohemian side of me. I got dreadlocks. I can't help. I'm gonna wear a scarf sometimes.
Well, at least put a different scarf on than the one you just slept in
Yeah, that's true.
and sucked dick in last night. Like, at least change the fucking scarf.
I'm with y'all, but I just have a side of me that just doesn't give a fuck about what people think.
Like, there's a difference between, like, a sleep scarf and, like, I put this together and wore this scarf outside. And that's where the fucking line that people have, they've erased the line. Fuck
Yeah.
blurring it. They've erased the line.
You don't want to look ghetto, like in
It's
certain
just
places.
you not even just not looking like you just a human who actually matters
My
to the
biggest
world.
thing, my biggest fashion sense is being neat. That's all I care about is being and looking neat.
I'm with you.
Back when I was fucking in like high school,
I kind of like washing up. That's big.
that goes without saying.
I mean, because people don't really get into it.
So, but my thing is, as far as being neat, like, remember the super big clothes era? You a bigger guy. Me and Ross small. I was small shit. I was 120 pounds until I was like fucking 20 years old. So, during the extra baggy shit, I'm wearing a 56 fucking Tom Brady jersey.
Drawing.
The shit is all over the place. My neckline. So, I hate all my old pictures because I got all this super baggy shit on and I'm 119 pounds. So, it's just like, once I grew up and like start buying size appropriate clothes and shit like that, I'm like, yo, I gotta try everything on. I'm anal about that shit. Like, I gotta look neat. Like, I don't want my shit sliding and looking weird and all of that shit.
I gotta
like,
use an iron. I can't fuck with unironed clothes.
Yeah, like that's being an adult though. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like people just don't do a lot of things that go like.
remember home ec? Remember they used to like when I went to Andrew Hamilton Middle School and they used to take us to Sayre for like the textile shit and like the technical shit and like we had home ec. I learned how to bake a
My
cake.
mom was a home economics teacher before she started teaching math. So
Yeah, like I learned how to bake a cake and like
Yeah.
how to clean a bathroom and like shit like that, like at school.
Yeah.
Like, and they teach you how to iron your clothes, the temperature settings, all of that shit. Like, they don't teach these kids none of that shit no
Nothing.
more.
Nothing.
Like, and they
Literally
come to
nothing.
school looking like it, like looking a fucking mess, and it's not their fault. Like, if you ate and you look like shit, that's your parents' fault. That's not your fault. Like, your parents don't give a fuck, or your parent working 4 jobs, whatever the fucking case may be. You might not even see your parent.
Yeah.
Which is a whole nother fucking set of issues.
I saw a guy, black dude's a principal of schools somewhere in Jersey. I want to say Newark or one of them, but he put washers and dryers in the school for kids to like clean their clothes. And I was watching, I was just like to myself, like that's crazy that like your clothes ain't even getting cleaned in your house. Like that's beyond, and like I can't even fathom that. You know what I mean? But it'd be rough out here for some of these kids. Like Presbeluski on The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Remember he was Washington Quan shit. Like,
Washington.
that shit is real. You're like,
very real.
Yeah, it's kids that really, really ain't got a shot in hell because, your mom don't bathe.
Yeah.
So
You're doomed. You're doomed, young nigga.
I went in the Chinese store to get some halls, and a lady was in there, and like her feet was just. I was just like, Jesus Christ, lady! Like, what are you doing? Like, it's 10
So with
a.m.
these feet,
there's not even enough action on a Sunday morning.
that's dirt from the last 4 days, ma'am. You can't fool me.
You can't get that busy on a Sunday morning before 10 a.m. that your feet look like that. Like, it's wild how like people really don't. And the crazy part, it be people who be on Instagram talking about yes and they captions and people are dirty.
Yo, what's this chick that's on Twitter that we all follow and interact with? Tell you who it is off air. I done got multiple reports, male and female, that like she smell like mildew.
I can believe it.
Like, and the chick look good,
Damn,
nice
that's sad.
body, the whole shit, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, showers is optional. Like flat, like showers optional.
Optional.
And a lot of times she's opting out. Like she's opting out of the shower shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like you just don't want to bathe. Like that shit is. I'm a big guy. I take 2 or 3 of them things when it get warm out. Like,
Gotta get your little white towel and
dog,
shit.
I will shower 3 times
Like,
a
oh
day.
no, I gotta jump in this,
I
gotta jump in
really-
this water.
And it for me, the shower is so soothing. I got music, you know what I'm saying? The water's warm, like this shit is lit. I cannot understand and that's something I honestly can't do. Like how you talk about not ironed or you with shit that's not tight. I can't not shower. You know how people be like, I'm a shower tonight, so I ain't got to do one in the morning. They'd be like, that ain't it. That ain't it. Because I'll sweat while I sleep. I get busy and I'll wake up, my whole head will be starting to be
Like, oh, there goes that.
yeah, let me jump in the shower. I'm just not one of them people that can just go without bathing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a sweater. I sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to shower. You know what I'm saying? I definitely need to get in there and scrub and make sure I'm clean and put cologne on and all of that. I don't know. I'm weird with that shit. But I'll say that I've come, like, Uptown is pretty much where it's at for, like, the women. Like, a lot of the prettier women. Are we talking about just, like, we're not talking about, like, Villanova or no shit like that, right?
Nah.
Okay, because
Let's keep.
that's
they
not
got y'all
Uptown.
by a mile out there.
Once y'all get y'all picks, I'm gonna give y'all my favorite place to go and people watch.
But I'd probably say Uptown. If not Uptown, it's like 2 blocks, like a 2-block stretch in West Philly where it's lit as shit.
Got a little water hole up
Yeah,
West
look, I got a
Philly.
little water hole. I go get a bitch.
Go get a bitch like that. Is it
Fucking American.
that motherfucker? Listen, that motherfucking Nassau Road and Oxford Street over there by Brook. You go get a bitch like that, bad bitch too.
But yeah, I'd probably go with Uptown.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I haven't dated a Philly woman in like 10, 15 years.
Right.
Like
God bless you.
Yeah.
I'm being dead ass honest. Like
Remember all the Undercover Brothers? What was it like?
I'm like dead ass honest. Like I really like all the chicks I've talked to are just out of the city joints. You know, joints who came here
I'll
for
tell you
college,
my
shit
favorite
like that.
place to go people watch, dog. It's a little strip mall in Ardmore. He know what I'm talking about. Where the farmers market and Apple
Yeah.
store and all that shit. Super, super lit.
Yeah.
Cherry Hill Mall. I love Cherry Hill Mall. And if I had to pick one more, where do I like the people watch at? Those are probably my 2.
All right,
Cherry Hill Mall and the farmers market at Ardmore.
my one and only spot where I'll end up down there for hours, between 15th and 18th and Walnut, between 4 o'clock and 7
Remember I
o'clock.
told you I was on the 9. That was good. It was premium.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
A lot of yoga classes.
All excuse me, ladies, all the bad bitches all congregate in that little.
Remember I told y'all one day, I was
he was
like,
like,
yo,
I just saw the baddest
I was
woman.
like, yo, I saw the baddest bitch on earth, and she is white. It fucked me up. Dog, you ain't lying. I forgot all about it. I ain't been on the 9 in so long.
that shit down there.
Walnut Street.
You be in Rittenhouse
Right before rush hour.
Don't go over to Chestnut. Chestnut, you get your issue over Chestnut. Don't go to Chestnut
It's the
Street.
easy pickings on Chestnut. Stay away from
Don't go to Chestnut. You know what I'm saying? I was mortified when they put the fucking the Eternity Fashion on the corner of 17.
When you go down, you come up Walnut, right? And it's like it's a Cartier store. It's a Tiffany store. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Govberg Jewelers.
It's a Govberg Jewelers. It's a fucking Barney's. Like it's all like you see what's on Walnut. You bang that right and then bang that right on Chestnut. It's a bare feet, an easy pickings. You like, God damn! Like I see what they did here. It's crazy. But yeah, you right. Walnut Street.
Man, listen, 15th fellas.
Premium.
Treat yourself. 15th and 18th, Walnut. Go down there tomorrow about 4:10.
Yeah, right before rush hour.
I used to go in there coasting. I'd be in there all day.
Dog.
They just be in and out of there, in and out of there all fucking day.
You ain't lying. My school trip was Roxborough, and then I'd go down there, and I'd leave from down there. My first trip would leave at 3:53 from 4th and Walnut. So I'm coming up at 4. Dog. You ain't
Bam.
lying.
They all getting off work.
Yeah, that shit was Walnut Street is pretty much it.
Walnut Street got that shit on lock.
What else? Did anything? Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it don't matter to me, but y'all went crazy with the Game of Thrones.
Oh
shit
man,
this
listen.
past week.
So we didn't do a show last week. Y'all cursed me and Matt out all week. Matt blamed it on me. I didn't blame it on anybody. Typical.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Regular standard operating procedure. But last week the battle for Winterfell, Game of Thrones season. What the fuck is this? 8. Season 8, episode 3, Battle of Winterfell. The Night King came for Bran Stark's ass. And do you watch Game of Thrones?
I don't.
I'm the only one fucking here that watches Game of Thrones, apparently.
I just can't fuck with the dragons and the
And
dungeons
that's
and
really
shit
what
like
it is
that.
for me. I love a great storyline, but I can't get into dragons.
So
and
neither one of y'all
knights.
have seen like Lord of the Rings and shit like that?
Never seen it. Never read the book.
I haven't really seen much Lord of the Rings either.
I never was in any of that shit.
But I've Harry Potter, nothing? No?
Nothing.
Y'all really the same fucking person. This is crazy.
Yo, we've been friends since like 93.
Yo, what's crazy is though, Rob, because I went to see what's the new movie?
Avengers.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Me and Lee went to see it, and people were literally like crying,
Yeah.
cheering, screaming, and every time I fucking scream, I'm like, what am I missing? Like, what's happening? And I told him, I'm like, I went because she into
Yeah.
it. She's seen all of those, and people are like, oh, it's 22 movies, and you got to watch this, that. Like, this came out first, but you'd be better off watching this before you watch this and this. And I'm just like, I don't know. And Ross said it the other day, how the fuck did we miss the whole Marvel movie wave? And I'm just, because there's some shit probably as kids we might have been into. And I'm just like, I honestly don't know how I missed it, but I
You
missed
did,
it.
but I did.
And it's like now I honestly don't think I got time to watch 22 films to catch up. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like it was entertaining, I guess, for what was going on.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
I just saw it again last night. I saw it for the second time last
You
night.
went to see it again? Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was-
I usually the ones that I really like, I usually watch them, like see them like 3 times just so I can see if I missed anything.
They were showing it was people that went to see it like 3 times the first day it came out.
Yeah, fucking
crazy.
Ice, officially Ice. He said he saw it 4 times the opening weekend.
Like they literally were going from
Somebody
movie to
was
movie.
asking him. They was on Twitter. They was like, "Yo, so what's like, how do you rank this amongst other Marvel movies?" I don't know. I only seen this one 4 times. It's like,
Isn't it 3 hours?
3 hours.
That's
3 hours and
crazy.
2 minutes.
That's wild.
3 hours and 2 minutes. So real quick, Game of Thrones. Arya Stark killed the Night King. The letdown here, with y'all having no knowledge of the show, just from a layman's perspective, is that they've built the Night King up to be like the baddest motherfucker ever.
Well, I will say this because I understand that, like, because I just law of the land. Like, I've watched enough tweets and saw enough that I kind of got the ideology that the Night King was like the guy.
This is the baddest motherfucker
and
ever.
People can't believe that is it Arya?
Arya, yeah.
Arya's
the youngest Stark.
the girl.
Yeah, the girl.
Killed him, and people was like, "What the fuck?" And it made me think of Omar getting killed on The Wire. Was it?
It was a very similar moment to that.
Did you? I don't know if you've seen any of the tweets or any of the
Like,
shit.
I literally just don't even pay attention to it.
I wish y'all could have seen it in the mirror when she said that.
Ryan's so disinterested in the studio. He's like, Chad, shut the fuck up. hurry up. Let's zip through this
But it
segment.
made me think of when Omar got killed on The Wire.
Yeah.
And I remember we were at Shiz's crib, and it was a weird silence in the room. Like, so
He did?
is he dead? Because remember, he came up, let me get back Newport. The door opened, he looked back, bop! And you just like, Because they built this whole dramatic Marlo scared to come down to the street to face me shit. Marlo looking for him. Marlo snapping on Chris. How the fuck you know I know what I need, motherfucker? All that bullshit. And then it just end like that, and you like.
I loved it though.
I hated it.
That's how it be in the street, though. It's realistic.
I mean, it's realistic, but
but from a television drama standpoint,
realistic,
it's a letdown.
I go to 56 and Green.
Like the end of the Sopranos. You ever see the end of the Sopranos?
You know, I ain't never watched
the end of the Sopranos. Is they make it look like Tony's getting ready to get got.
No, I know that because of the way it went blank. I know that, and everybody was pissed off for the shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it is. Like, you tuning into this show, you got to remember, if you're watching, like, especially with y'all Game of Throners and us with The Wire.
Talking about 80-something episodes of television.
Literally, you're invested in it. Like, that's kind of where, like, people like, damn, how y'all hate Power so much? It's like, bruh, we were into this. Yeah. We were really, really, like, we were rooting for the club to go right for Ghost.
Yeah, first fucking 20 episodes, great television.
We were rooting for this shit, and then it's just like Ghost killed 3 connects today.
It's kind of like like a Chevy Chase movie. It's like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Right.
Like, where the fuck is John Candy? Like, this shit makes no sense.
You get invested into a show, you kind of want to. I understand realistic, but that's not why we here.
Yeah, but you know what I look at it? Because Nipsey's death almost reminded me of Omar. It's like, with all the conspiracy theories, we wanted, his death to be as large as his life.
Some bigger meaning. And
a lot of times it's not like that. And that's what I loved about The Wire so much, is that you really got a realistic look. And it was about the art as opposed to, let's just take this shit over the top. And it was never that over the top.
Yeah, like Omar terrorized motherfuckers for years and get killed by a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Shit crazy. So
that's an interesting take. I didn't even think about that.
So the fucking Night Kings, he's basically, his whole mission has been to turn the world into winter. Mm-hmm. So they're part of the world where he's trying to turn the shit into permanent winter or whatever. In order to achieve his goal,
not gonna lie, permanent winter would be kind of lit.
That would be crazy.
My hoodie game would be on
so
fire.
Now you see how people are like rooting for the Night King and shit. You know what I'm saying? So in order to do so, he has to kill Bran Stark, who's the three-eyed raven.
Okay.
The three-eyed raven symbolizes all of the memory of how the world was from its inception to now.
Okay.
And Bran has magical powers. He can, what they call warging into other animals, other people, shit like that. He can, he has like a green sight where he can see what people are thinking and like shit like that and go back. Like, he's the one that discovered that his quote-unquote brother, Jon Snow, was actually not his brother.
Okay.
It's his uncle, because he's his aunt's son, who is his cousin, whatever the fuck that means. So Bran Stark is the key to all of this information. So he's like a big ass human encyclopedia. Mm-hmm. So in order for me to turn the world winter, I gotta kill this motherfucker that holds the key to all of this information, to where once the world starts over, there is no history of the way it was. People will only remember it as it is now.
Yeah.
Permanent fucking winter time.
Okay.
And I'm the fucking king of that shit. The Night King. So he literally is on one big mission to kill Bran Stark. He don't give a fuck about nobody else. People trying to figure out, does he want to kill Daenerys, the mother of dragons? He don't give a fuck about that bitch. Is he going to kill Jon Snow, the greatest swordsman in all the realm? He don't give a fuck about Jon Snow. There was actually a scene where Jon Snow and the Night King are about to engage, and the Night King just raises all these dead people back up like, kill this motherfucker. I got bigger and more important shit to do. And he goes to get Bran. And right as he's about to grab Bran, Arya Stark comes flying into the scene with a dagger and tries to stab him. He grab her by the neck, grab her by the arm, and she drops the dagger into her other arm, into her other hand, and stabs him in the spot where the dragon glass went in that turned him into the Night King.
Wow, so that's where all the Dame Lillard memes
exactly.
came from. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand all the memes, and I saw her actually doing the working out, the hand flip.
And there was
I saw all that.
So basically, it's like if you go back and into her specific storyline and watch episodes that specifically dealt with her, it's like, damn, she was being trained for this moment her whole life, because her brother Bran, with him having like the green sight to see the future and all that, he's the one that gave her the dagger. So he knew XYZ amount of years ago that if she got this dagger and she makes it to this point, she's going to be the one to kill
So
the
this
Night
is some
King.
Terminator, Sarah Connor
It's
type
all
shit.
kind of shit. It's like a lot
Damn,
of
you making this shit sound dope.
It's a lot of layers to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So the episode literally ends with the Night King dying. So the Night King has a apocalyptic army of like night zombies and shit like that. But when he dies, they die.
Okay.
So when they kill him, his ice dragon dies. All of the fucking people that he brought, they literally all drop fucking dead. It's over. There is no more winter, all that shit. The sun comes out, it's fucking over. Now they gotta go fight a whole nother battle. But the problem with that people are having with it is like, bruh, y'all done built this motherfucker up for 8 seasons now. 7.5 seasons now. And you let a fucking 18-year-old girl kill him. And it's just like, fuck y'all.
Well, this is just the reality of it. It's one of those you can't please everybody. type
Exactly.
things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We watched it with, like you just said, The Sopranos, The Wire, fucking Martin. You know what I'm like? It pretty much any. Like I honestly can't think of one show that ended on some like.
They got it right.
Damn, that's what's up. Yeah. Even Good Times stunk at the like. These motherfuckers been in the ghetto for 6 seasons. This one magical last episode, everybody gets an opportunity to leave the ghetto. It doesn't make sense, but it's like that's kind of how it go. It's how do you like? Honestly, The Wire. All intents and purposes, even with the Omar shit, I think they might have got the best ending for a drama series where it was like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Right. I'm cool with Snoop getting killed. I'm cool with Chris going away for all the bodies and the vacants. I'm cool with Mike becoming who he became. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The only shit I really wasn't cool with was Marlo coming outside of the banquet.
No, I love that.
I hated it.
I absolutely love that because it shows that he wasn't going to be able to just get out the game.
I know, and that's why it kind of irritated me. It's like Stringer and Avon all over. You know what I'm saying? Like when they should have sat the fuck. Like Chad said all the time. Sometimes the game will sit you down.
Yeah, you gotta sit yourself down before
like
the game.
Sometimes you just gotta sit
but
yourself down.
But just the way Marlo was wired,
he stayed true to character.
Yeah,
I give him that. But
I think it's also ambiguous as well because you can make it in your head. It could be, I think Marlo was smart enough to get out of it. He was a poker player. He made all the right moves. So in your head, you could say, all right, he got out of it. They left it up to you, which I love.
Yeah. I think, honestly, though, I think The Wire, as far as the ending of a drama series, was probably the best I've seen.
I hated the end of Sopranos. It made me miserable.
I never really got into Sopranos.
I was a Sopranos.
He couldn't believe I ain't fuck with Sopranos.
It's a great show.
All right, so send us the Matt already. You had to do yours on the fly. Top 5 television dramas of all time.
You got to get Game of Thrones out of it.
This is my list. You do your own list.
All right.
Number 1, Game of Thrones. For me, it was always The Wire. The manner in which Game of Thrones is shaping up to finish off this shit is, and what they were able to do with the Battle of Winterfell and all of that shit, literally the longest fight scene in recorded history and all of that shit, and the camera motion, all of that shit, and then the climax that they had with Arya killing the Night King. I bumped Game of Thrones up to number 1, or 1A, Wire 1B. Breaking Bad, even though it had a hokey ending and all of that shit, because Heisenberg's supposed to get his top popped and then we just live happily ever after. He had to re-rig the machine gun, all that crazy shit. That shouldn't have happened, but whatever. Breaking Bad. Number 4, Billions. Billions, amazing show. I'm actually missing Billions right now, being here recording this podcast with y'all. Damian Lewis is arguably the best actor, the best television actor there is.
I watched a movie with him in it the other day. He was real good.
He's a fucking great actor. He's English.
Yeah.
He's an amazing actor. And number 5, Homeland, solely for Damian Lewis and Sergeant Nick Brody. Once he got off the show like went off a fucking cliff. They kind of like did all this crazy shit. But those first 3 seasons with Nick Brody as the focus of the show, some of the best television I ever seen in my life. With him being going to war, being a POW, becoming a sleeper cell for the fucking I think it's Iranian or Iraqi sheikh or whatever like that, trying to blow up the fucking White House, all this crazy shit that he was doing. Crazy fucking writing, amazing writing, and his acting, most importantly, amazing. And then honorable mention, The Shield. underrated fucking show with was on FX. That was like one of the first television dramas that wasn't like paid cable. That was like really pushing the envelope as far as like the language and some of the what do you call it? Imagery and stuff that they was doing on the show. They was just robbing drug dealers and just doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
Now the way you broke it all down, I'm not doing all that because I forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can't put Game of Thrones because I don't watch it.
You don't watch it, so fair.
Number 1 for me is The Wire. Number 2 for me is Breaking Bad. Number 3 for me, which doesn't get any fucking credit, I never understand it, is SVU, Law and Order. I don't
It's
understand.
9,000 episodes
That's
of
what
it.
makes it great. It's on all day. Every
It's always on.
Yo, the funniest part is they do the marathons and it'd be like the iced tea with a ponytail marathon coming back next. It's just any fucking marathon you possibly could think of. But SVU has to be up there. Super underrated show. 24. I cannot believe not too many. You ever fuck with 24?
Nah.
Yo, Sutherland was
Never
the
fuck with
man
24.
on 24. And then I'm gonna go Homicide on some old school shit. Homicide was my shit. Billions is up there because Billions is what I'm really into right now. But SVU, The Wire, they
Billions is like the smartest show.
it's definitely the smartest shit out.
that I've ever seen. But they make it so easy to follow. Like from a layman's perspective, of somebody that I'm not into fucking day trading or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but they make the shit so tangible, and it's just like, again, Damian Lewis, man, like he's fucking amazing.
Now SVU kind of has like I don't like Liv as the fucking captain SVUs. Like anything after season 16 is like
Season 16.
because they in 19 now. But anything after 16 is like all right. But like. Anything with Stabler, which is season 1 through 12,
Yeah.
and then Amaro was 13 through 16. After that, when fucking Kragan left and Liv became the captain, it's like, I don't know about these. But 1 through 16, good. Yo, you know how much they make for that shit?
I can only
You know,
imagine.
she's a EP now, executive producer.
Oh, shit.
Mariska Hargitay, whatever her name is. They said when they renegotiated their contract in the end of season 12, that's why Stabler left. Chris Elliott.
Okay.
They were making $375,000 an episode, and they were going to offer them $500,000, $500,000.
Yeah.
He actually wanted more, and they wouldn't give it to him. She actually wound up getting it though because she became executive producer after season 14, I believe.
Okay.
But now she's getting like $800 an episode. They do 25 episodes a season.
That's what I'm saying. Like they do
I'm like,
8,000
jeez.
episodes.
That's crazy.
800 racks an episode, 25 a year.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
You don't need no other job.
You don't need no, you don't gotta do shit else.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, Stabler season 12, the first 12 seasons,
Yeah.
and then the Amaro seasons, the next 4 up until 16. That's for you got to be up there. Another honorable mention is Oz.
Oz was a good ass
Oz
show.
was the shit.
Oz don't get enough credit nowadays. It's funny how like a lot of things we talk about that a lot. Just shit that we grew up on that like that little weird pre-internet.
That pre-internet pocket, it's a lot of shit that's just
pre-internet
gone.
pocket just
Yeah.
do not get mentioned at
I actually got
all.
a show from that period in one of
What?
mine. All right, yeah. So mine is obviously The Wire and The Sopranos 1 and 2. Number 3, I got New York Undercover.
Yo, I was
Because I
thinking New
think-
York Undercover.
New York Undercover was groundbreaking. It was the first time you really saw minority officers.
Yeah.
You know, you had a Latino and a black officer, and you know, you had black music on there. You had like it was always
The
they were
soundtrack was crazy.
yeah, they were always
Chris
breaking new
Webber
music.
shot in there going there.
Yeah, like so I love that. And then, you know, I'm big into period pieces, which, you know, it may not be as popular as, you know, but I like The Deuce.
The Deuce was cool.
And I like Boardwalk Empire.
The first
Boardwalk Empire.
season or 2 of Boardwalk Empire was really into it. And
Yeah.
then
Them
it
last
just-
couple Jones
Once they killed
was like-
Jimmy, a lot of people, it kind of lost a lot of
Yeah,
people.
it's hard to like, especially nowadays. The attention span is just
Yeah.
it's just not there.
Yeah.
The other night when the Nuggets and the Blazers with the 4 overtimes, somebody was like, "This shit going to 4th overtime." They posted the Magic video. I ain't gonna be there. It's just hard to keep attention nowadays for an extended period of
Yeah.
time. So and that's why people feel the way they feel with a lot of these shows.
Yeah.
You got me to fuck with y'all for the last 6 years. Y'all bugging the end with this bullshit. Like, we going out like this, so...
Like, you ever start some shit and then see it get canceled?
Dog, that shit happens a lot.
Oh, my God. That shit makes me so angry.
I tell you another show. Me and Lee was watching this shit faithfully. Queen of the South. And then we just stopped and just never... Like, the first 2 seasons,
Yeah.
we was all in. And then just... Trying to go Silk City? All right. And
Yo,
that's we never got back to it.
You know what show I started 2 shows recently. One was probably like 6 months ago, and then one was recently. Suits. Have you ever seen Suits?
I heard of it.
Never watched it.
It's
I've
a
seen
good
it.
show, but it's the same fucking 4 scenarios every 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's about a law firm or whatever. You got this hotshot lawyer who be bending the rules and shit like that to get deals done. He's like a corporate closer or whatever like that. He's an attorney and shit. And his boss is a black woman. So it's like a dope dynamic or whatever like that. Like white guy, hotshot attorney, black woman is like partner for the law firm, all that shit. And it's all the shenanigans that occur and him doing his job and fucking all the bitches in New York and making $2 million a year. And it's a cool ass premise. But then once you get to like episode 48 of season 1, you're like, it's the same fucking show over and over and over again. Like there's no character progression, there's no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, and then you got to get characters that just people like.
Yeah.
It's just hard to do that.
But shit ran for like 8 seasons. Or some
Like remember
shit.
the original Law and Order with what's his name? God damn, I can't think of his fucking name right now. The DA, he was the famous one off of the show. Remember the old white dude?
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name on Law and Order? I can't think about it. But you remember the original Law and Order? Then it went to SVU, and it was like, this shit might be better than the regular Law and Order. Then like Criminal Intent, and you're like,
Nah, this ain't it.
I can't fuck with this. And Law and Order had like a whole nother John they tried, but like it's wild. Shit just come and it go. So it's like SVU. How do you end it? It just it's just one of them things.
It's limitless scenarios
Right,
to
because they
being in a
playing
special
off of
victims
the
unit.
shit that go off in like everyday life. But for me, it was always comedies. Like sitcoms was my shit. So it was like there weren't many dramas I would fuck with. But like 24, I really liked. Of course, The Wire. All of these different things.
Have either of y'all, you can answer to, seen Prison Break? People swear by Prison.
I never seen it.
People really liked it.
People
when it
love
first came
that
out,
shit.
and I just
The guy guy's brother got locked up. He got locked up, went to prison to bail his brother out, and then he had the map tattooed on him of the prison, and then it's like the whole them trying to get out of the fucking prison is like the whole premise of the show, whatever like that. But people love that shit. I haven't seen one episode.
I've never watched Prison.
Yeah, I never seen it either.
Have either of y'all seen Avengers?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
it twice.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, is it a good movie?
It's a good resolution.
Compared to the rest of them, I don't
It's
know.
a good resolution to the storyline or whatever like that. Like they basically, in the last Avengers, Thanos whooped everybody ass, pillar of post, fucked everybody up, took all the Infinity Stones, snapped his fingers, and went to go chill in his fucking garden. Like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? This one, they basically fuck with the theory of time travel in a different manner than what time travel has told us in other films, whatever like that. So the fact that they basically are introducing the alternate like reality shit and basically opening it up to where it's like, all right, if you go back in time and you do this, it doesn't change where you came from. It creates a new break off to where it's like, yeah, these same motherfuckers may or may not be alive, but it's an alternate reality from what you have, rather than like when you go in Back to the Future and you fuck your mom. it damns you forever.
Do these movies stand on their own, or is there?
No, some certain ones stand on their own. It's like the Ant-Man, like they have different tones to them or whatever like
Gotcha.
that. Like the first 2 Thor movies, 1 is really good, 2 is horrible, 3 is really great.
So if I wanted to like get started, like what would be?
You got to
the
start
first?
with Iron Man.
It's a joint on the internet where it show you the list. It's Iron Man 2, Thor,
Captain America,
Avengers, the first one. Then it's like Iron Man 3, the second Thor, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, all that. Basically the last 2 is the Black Panther and then
Got you. Okay.
the Black Panther and then the last 2 Avengers.
Yeah.
But you have on here, has Matt seen it, and what do you think?
Because I knew you saw it,
I mean,
but I also know it's not your thing.
I'll tell you what fucked me up. Samuel L. Jackson standing on the porch at the end. I'm like, this nigga's in every. This nigga. Because
He's a stalwart. He's in all of them.
I've never seen him, so I don't know. My girl, when I said it, she was like, "What? That's Nick Fury." You talking that? I was just like, I didn't know this. When you saw the ending, so
Yeah.
when they sail off Tony Stark shit, and
Yeah.
it starts showing everybody at the funeral, like they're at his funeral, and it show like the Hulk and Thor and Spider-Man and Ant-Man and all these fucking superheroes. Then the camera like zooms in on the porch and Samuel Jackson. I'm like, I know that's not Samuel Jackson. Like, what the fuck? And so apparently in all the Avengers, he's like the one who sets it all up.
Yeah.
I never knew
the
this.
place.
See, I'm more fucked up than you. Like, for years, I was associating Tony Stark with Ghostface Killer.
I mean, that's where the Iron Man shit
I
comes
know,
from.
but it's just like, I just didn't even think about
So
it.
for
at
me,
first.
that when I saw Samuel Jackson, I'm like, yo, Paul Mooney wasn't bullshit. This nigga's in everything. And they explained it to me. I'm like, oh, all right, cool, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I never knew he was in it. So
He's in probably like 18 out of the 22 movies.
never knew that. I've never seen any of them. So my
That's crazy.
takeaway from the movie was, the previews were ridiculous. They were making a lot of money because there was like 19 fucking previews. The movie started at 8. The movie didn't actually come on until like 8:40. So that was fucking drawing. Robert Downey Jr. I know no one's gonna probably agree with me on this because of Denzel, De Niro, Al Pacino, those type guys. Robert Downey Jr. might be the best actor ever. Yo.
Yes,
All right?
I agree.
He might be yo.
Ever?
Dog. This nigga can play anything. And he can do it with such a condescending attitude of like, I know I'm like, I look at him in U.S. Marshals,
Yeah.
and then him in Due Date, and then him in this, him in Tropic Thunder. It's just across the board. This motherfucker's really good. Like, he's just a really good ass actor.
Excellent actor.
He's phenomenal.
He's the heart of the franchise. Like, if Iron Man bombs, we don't get 21 more movies. But because he carried fucking Iron Man and it just did so fucking well and it blew the fuck up, it created this whole expansive universe to where it's like, all right, you're the center of all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? My biggest takeaway is that 2 of the baddest white women in the universe are Gwyneth Paltrow and Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
Holy
shit.
fucking shit. I love Gwyneth Paltrow, though. Like,
Yeah,
she's like a sleeper.
She's cool.
I like blonde hair.
Scarlett Joe Bennett, though.
Scarlett Joe's smoking.
Now, see, that's something else I peeped in the movie. The whole the women scene.
Yeah.
Women was, yes. And I was just like, 2019 is crazy.
It's the year of the woman, though.
Yeah, and I peeped, even with the shit in Game of Thrones, like, they are not, and then what's wild is maybe the next day after I saw it, I saw an article, somebody had put the link on Twitter, that there were people of the LGBT community kind of upset that they weren't displayed in the movie. And it was like, I mean, there are no LGBT superheroes in the Marvel. Right. This is like going off of years ago. Iron Man, that's just not new.
This is like these, believe it or not, people out there in the universe, these movies are actually loosely based around events that happened in the comic books.
Right.
Shit from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, shit like that. Like, they splice different parts of these stories together to create these movies. Like, to where it's like, it's not a mirror image, but the skeleton of what goes on in these films is based off of comic books.
And I hate that we live in that world now where it's like people literally will watch something to get offended or to be upset. Like, it's people who literally do that and I was just like, I mean, and it's wild because I watch it happen. Like, if it was in 2019, I don't think that woman scene happens in the movie. I remember thinking that to myself, sitting there, was like, I mean, I see what y'all trying to do 3 billion. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying, like, if it was 99 or 2004, that scene might not happen, and it might not have the impact.
Right.
That, you know what I mean?
Well, they said that scene is based off of the A-Force, which is an all-women version of Avengers or whatever like that. But it doesn't involve those characters. Like, it's a whole different slew of fucking characters, like She-Hulk and this person that has. So they just like loosely, like, so it's like, to what you said, we want to get this moment off so that this is a memeable moment. People are going to talk about this. This is going to trend. You asked me,
well, do I think that it's going to be the highest grossing movie of all time? Will it pass Avatar? And I got 2 things to say to that. I always, whenever these movies get up there, like, yo, you think this is going to pass Avatar? I say the same shit all the time. Yes, I think this is going to pass Avatar. How the fuck did Avatar become the number one? I still don't understand.
Avatar is so bad.
You ever seen Avatar?
I seen it, but I was like inebriated.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like visually, it's like some amazing shit to see, but it's just like it's a trash ass movie.
I don't understand.
It's fucking garbage.
I never will understand how it became the number one grossing movie of all time.
What enthralls me about fucking about Avatar is the backstory and the fact that James Cameron is so brilliant and such a phenomenal filmmaker that he had to wait fucking 15 years to make the film because
Right.
the technology
just
couldn't
wasn't
support
it.
what he wanted to do.
Right.
That's the best. But the movie is garbage.
Yeah.
Like, it fucking sucks.
Like, James Cameron has so many movies that are better than that.
I tried to watch it recently. It's unwatchable.
Yeah, I can't. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
Really, it's just...
It's unwatchable.
I do not understand. Titanic, I understand.
Correct.
Terminator, I understand.
Terminator, I understand.
My ninth grade history teacher used to talk about the Titanic, and when they were filming it and leading up, he used to talk about that shit ad nauseum every day in fucking history class. Is like, because the Titanic is based on a real event, and they hit the iceberg like
No,
every fucking day.
Titanic was actually great.
No, great, but I'm just saying, like it was like drilled in my fucking head.
Real quick,
Like,
you know what I finally watched the other day? And I feel like such an idiot. I never actually watched it. You ever watch Bruce Almighty? Jim
Yes,
Carrey and
yes.
Morgan Freeman. You ever watch it?
No.
Morgan Freeman is God, and Jim Carrey is like a fucking anchor man who's like down on his luck.
Yeah, I heard
and
of it.
he starts snapping off, so God give him his powers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Evan Baxter, who became, that's where the whole the next movie came from and shit, which was Steve Carell from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
That boy.
The Office.
The Office. He took the lead anchor job that Jim Carrey was trying to get. So they sent Jim Carrey out to the motherfucking what's the river everybody go to? The old people. Niagara Falls. They sent this nigga to Niagara Falls to do some bullshit ass story about the Maid of the Mist voyage. And they got this old, like an old 100-year-old white woman that he was going to interview. But he pissed because they didn't get the promotion at work. So the camera cut on. And it was like, talk to her. Talk to her. It was like, all right, let's start with the basics. Why did you throw the diamond into the ocean at the end of Titanic?
Oh, man.
God, I almost fell on the fucking floor watching that shit the other day. I never watched Bruce Almighty. That movie's fucking hilarious, dog. But yeah, I get Titanic. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Titanic was really the
and
shit.
it's based on real fucking events.
Had a bomb ass soundtrack. The shit was
Yeah.
crazy. Avatar
Avatar is
is
legitimately
I don't
unwatchable.
understand at fucking all, man.
And I'm a guy I went to go see Jurassic World by myself.
Damn, you really wanted to see that joint?
I was like, I'm going to go see this
That's
shit.
crazy.
I've
Like,
never. I cannot go to a movie. Can you go to a movie by
I go
yourself?
to movies by myself all the time.
I cannot do it.
I do that shit all the time.
I can't do anything by myself.
That's crazy to me.
I have emotional issues. I've already.
This is why astrology is real. Because me and Chad are Aries, and you're a Libra, and y'all to sign a partnership and all that. So that's
Bro,
what
I was
y'all
going off
into.
about this shit the other day. I can't do shit by myself. I'm not one of them people. Like my dad.
I love my solitude.
My dad go to movies by himself all the time.
I'm so what you about to do, boy. That's me. Friends,
I
girls.
literally went out to eat by
What's up?
myself last night and had the time of my life.
Doing what?
I just went out to eat by myself.
I was going to therapy, so my therapist was like, "You should do things by yourself," and I'm like.
Why?
Do what? Yeah, I'm like.
Why?
She was like, "Go to a movie, go eat, go people watch, go shopping." And I'm just like. But I'm not going to nobody to talk to. And she was like, you don't need anyone to talk. Talk to yourself. And I'm like, I'm going to look fucking nuts.
I'm gonna really talk to myself.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to have lunch by myself. I like made it a whole thing. Like I told everybody that no.
Don't call me. You're not
You
going.
remember what I told you?
remember this shit.
I told like everybody, like, yeah, I'm going to lunch by myself. You know what I'm saying? Just some me time. Don't nobody bother me. You know, whatever. I went to my favorite restaurant, which is Gayukaku, you know, the Japanese barbecue joint. So I get in there, get my table and shit. So I sit there. I'm scrolling Twitter, Instagram, but she told me don't be on my phone. Like, put your phone. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm fucking with the phone. I put my phone to the side. So I'm just like looking around the restaurant and, you know, whatever. So it was a table to the right of me. It was like three like black chicks. They like 25, 30, like our age and shit. They having lunch or whatever. And the one chick, she made a little joke and the other ones laughed. And I was like, ha ha. And they all looked and I'm like, I'm that dickhead now. I can't do this by myself shit. Dog.
Yo, this shit crazy.
Yo, I really had to catch myself like I'm really that boy.
I'm ha ball.
So I start texting motherfuckers like, yo, why don't you come through this?
Nigga, you said you was doing some me time and shit.
Maul hit me back like, "Oh, you still?" He's like, "I thought you was going to lunch by yourself." I'm like, "Man, this shit whack, dog." Pull up 4P. I can't do it. I'm not about myself.
Now you gotta bring a book or bring some work or just
I love solitude, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm not.
I
Good
wouldn't
with
be
it.
able to survive. Like I would literally go
Favorite thing
crazy.
to do, man.
I'm not good with it, honestly. Like, when I sleep by myself, I'm annoyed. I'm weird like that. Dog.
So when Lee leaves, like, what do you do?
Be up.
No, I mean,
up.
like,
Be
you
up
don't
watching poker 4:30 in the
So it's like
morning.
when Lee is there and you just want to go get something nice to eat, you don't go and be like, "Yo, I want to go
out.
sit down." That's crazy.
I'm. You gotta remember though, I grew up in a big family where it was just family time was all the time. We was always doing shit around. So just that became like when my mom passed away, it was the weirdest time on earth because nobody was just around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it just, I don't know. Dead silence is weird as shit. Like it's I don't know.
I thrive off that shit. I love
Now
it.
when
Yeah, I
I'm
love
at
that
work,
shit.
don't talk to me. But like my peoples, like my friends, my family, and all
Oh,
that
you
shit.
would hate my life. Like I literally woke up yesterday, I went to the gym, came home, took a shower, went to the casino, made my bet, watched the game a little bit, then went out to dinner, went to the mall. Like I did all that by myself, and I had the time of my life.
And I'll be peeping it. Rob be like avoiding me and shit. I'll be like, "Yo, what's up? You where you at? Oh man, I'm about to do this, but I already bounced. I hit your phone." I'll be like, "Dog, like yo, you trying to go to the sport book? Yo, you want to go to the gym? Yo, I'm that boy. Like you remember how my old crib used to be?
Yeah.
So it's just like, like I'm the. Let's do it. Like everybody can come around. I don't know. Like I'm not good when it comes to just silence. That shit is weird. But before we get into basketball, any of y'all peeped the Kentucky Derby yesterday? Taylor, did you see that at all?
Not enough to
Yo,
know
that shit was
about it, though.
crazy.
Real quick, before we get into
we got a sponsor.
we got a sponsor. Real quick, shout out to our sponsor, Royalties. They're our national sponsor for 2019. Ladies, have you heard about this company that's making shoes for women and girls out of recycled plastic water bottles? They're insanely comfortable and machine washable too. Royalties has grown to be one of the most loved, gotta have them brands out there, and it's literally no surprise they have over 1,000 nearly perfect reviews. I know y'all are tired of hearing this. I ordered some for a friend. Matt ordered some for Lee. They love the shoes. They come in a bunch of different colors, styles, and styles. They're literally perfect. Everyday flats for life when it goes. Stylish and versatile, and they go with everything. Yoga pants, dresses, skirts, skirts. Remember the skirts back in the day?
Yeah.
Go with everything.
I hated that little period.
Royalties come in a wide range of colors and patterns. They're available in 4 different silhouettes. Plus, they're constantly launching new styles. So if you're guaranteed to find a pair, 2, 3, 4, 8, 55 that you like. Right now, go to royalties.com. They have an amazing deal for all of the Realest Podcast Ever listeners. Go to royalties.com. That's ROTHYS.com. Type in promo code REALEST. REALEST, not realist. REALEST. Y'all always fuck that up. Realist.
It's ridiculous.
You get free shipping on any order, no minimum amount of money. Go buy y'all Royalties, get y'all shoes, hit us on the page, the Realest Podcast Ever, IG, Matt's page, my page, the comments, let us know how y'all like the Royalties, man. Again, go to royalties.com and get y'all shoes, free shipping on any order.
Yeah, but the Kentucky Derby yesterday was the most insane shit. At first, I didn't even know the Kentucky Derby was going on till like the shit was over. You know,
That's where dumbass was going. D'Angelo Russell.
oh yeah,
He already got booked. He was going to the Kentucky Derby.
okay, yeah. But like normally you see like Tom Brady and all these different people will be there. You know,
It was very low key this year.
yeah, very, very
Apparently, the
low-key.
weather was like really fucked up.
Yeah, that too. What's his name? Entourage boy.
Jeremy Piven.
No, they did Entourage about him. He was the
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg,
Mark
all
Wahlberg,
of them. Yo, Mark Wahlberg is really rich.
He's filthy rich.
Like filthy, ignorantly, dumb, retarded rich. Like he was showing off his collection of rainbow Daytonas the other day. Like he has the whole set. Like the yellow gold, the rose gold, the white. It's just like, dog, these are $200,000 watches. Like he dumb. You ever seen a Wahlburger Force? Retarded. You know what I'm saying? Super, super duper rich.
He's literally like an institution of like American success.
The boy,
The backup dancer and a rapper.
the boy,
Marky Mark.
Josh, what the fuck is his name? Altman on $1 Million Listens just sold his first house, the one that they was basically. Remember when Vince first got the money on Entourage, and he got the one that was Marlon Brando's house or whatever. He just sold the original house that was Mark Wahlberg's first house when he got his money and moved to Bel Air and shit like that. And he just sold it, but the house had a fucking boxing ring in it. Like just a real
Oh shit!
like he had a boxing ring in the fucking crib.
That's amazing.
Like a real live heavyweight boxing ring in the fucking gym in his house. Like crazy. He had a plane hanger that he turned into a gym. And the shit had a boxing ring in it. I was just like, motherfuckers get paper. They could just do all kinds of weird shit. But the Kentucky Derby basically went off yesterday. The favorite was Maximum Security. He was going off at 4-1, which is pretty good odds and shit. Because they said he had never lost a race. Yeah. He won every race he had been in up until this.
And the crazy thing is the favorite before that actually got scratched 2 days before the race. That's how crazy this shit is.
So he stepped in as the favorite, 4-1. He goes out, appears to smoke the field. Yeah. Wins the race. Maybe like 3 minutes after that, they done took the pictures, announced the shit, maximum securities, Kentucky Derby winner, whatever. They say there's a investigation into whether or not he clipped another horse. So turns out that on the last turn into the final stretch, he went out of his
lane.
Not even lane, but it's like because it's not lanes like a track and field race. It's like a stride path.
Okay.
Like basically he veered to the right too much, and the rear hind of the horse caught the neck of the horse that was to his right.
Ah, shit.
And it sent that horse kind of off track. And then he booked on the straightaway and shit. And they disqualified him for that shit.
Damn.
And the next horse that was behind him was paying off 62-1. Right. You know what I'm saying? They were showing motherfuckers who actually was betting on him just because they liked his name. I forgot what his name was. Taylor can probably find it real quick. But, yeah, the first time ever, and the Kentucky Derby's like 130-something years. Yeah. First time they ever disqualified a horse. Crazy as shit.
It was motherfuckers celebrating they wins in line, get ready to cash.
Like, motherfuckers was at the cage collecting.
And they like, oh, Niz.
Nah.
They showed the outrage. Motherfuckers going crazy and shit. Like
Country House.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Trump said he blamed it on political correctness. He said them taking maximum security's win is because of political correctness in society. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Doesn't make no goddamn sense.
Yo.
But yeah, they scratched the bull who fucking actually won the race, and I'm like, that's kind of like crazy, like nuts when you really think.
Like
about
if anything, rerun it. Fuck it, run it back.
I mean. It's just wild on the betting aspect of
it.
That you can really just go back and be like, oh no, you didn't win at 4-1. You lost.
Bet $250, bro.
Damn, dog. Damn, dog.
That shit's crazy.
So what about my stat? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's wild that like betting and all of that shit has like.
Betting makes the world go round.
But it's wild that they can really just be like, oh no, you didn't win.
Yeah.
And you not
ain't shit you can do about it.
Ain't shit, yeah.
Ain't no commission.
Certain sports books that actually paid out both.
Yeah,
you had to get lucky if you bet.
They said motherfuckers was in line collecting bread. They said the one boy I seen on BR betting, they literally put his ticket in, collect this much. They were paying him out.
And then the shit came up.
It came up and like pulled the bread back. And he was going the fuck off. Like, is you serious? And they like, yeah, dog. Like, they said that shit is null and void.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
That shit happened earlier this year in college football. They did like a score adjustment, and they had already paid some people out. And then everybody else, after they score adjusted, if they ain't collect, they ain't get their bread.
That's why when you win, you had to go right to Poppy.
Shit, dog. I was listening to the Queen of Swords. Did you hear that whole story?
Nah.
With Phil Ivey, him and the Asian chick hit the casinos for $22 million.
You told me that. You told me the story.
So the bull, he used to be the head of security for Croxford's in London and I forgot the casino in Singapore, but he's like a world-renowned security boy for casinos and shit. And he was saying that now casinos have literally gotten to the point. He's like, this Phil Ivey and Kelly Sung judgment is so serious because what happened was the Borgata paid Phil his money. They won $9 million. They paid him. He bounced. Croxford's, he won $12 million. They gave him a ticket for his winnings and was like, we gonna wire you the money. It's like, granted, most casinos ain't giving you $12 mil on the eye. Like, oh, go ahead, you need security. And I'm like, it ain't like that. They'll wire you the bread. Yeah. They never wired him the bread when they reviewed the tapes and realized they were doing the edge sort and shit. So one casino paid him, the other casino didn't. He lost both the
judgments,
both the lawsuits. So they was like, yeah, they don't have to pay you, and then you got to give the bread back. But then he refiled another lawsuit, like basically an injunction going against the rulings, and that was what was still pending. So hold off on paying them, they hold off on paying you, and we'll figure this whole shit out. So the security board was like, this shit is so serious because what this gives the casino power to do is basically a free roll. Meaning, if you walk into a casino, say I'm the casino, right?
Yeah.
Y'all two come in and y'all playing blackjack. You walk in with 300 grand, Ra walk in with 700 grand. So between the two of y'all got a million y'all about to put on the table. Y'all put the million on the table and y'all lose it all, great. Casino won $1 million. Y'all put the million on the table and win $5 million, I don't gotta pay y'all. I basically say I'm a private institution, and in my institution, you're not allowed to count cards. Y'all were counting cards. Now y'all gotta sue me to try to get the bread. That's insane. But the boy was like, that's essentially what casinos are doing now. It's literally
this shit gonna go to the Supreme Court.
Right. That's what he was. It's literally free rolling. Like, cause they at any time could just be like, oh, you was cheating. Even though you wasn't cheating. Even though y'all weren't counting cards. We can say you was, and now you just got to prove that you weren't. So that's where, like, they was on the tip, like, they offered Phil a settlement, and Phil was like, nah. Because Phil, like, you got to remember, I'm up 120 M's. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this shit for shits and giggles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not going to label me as a cheater and just let, like, Phil even said it on John, like, y'all not going to label me a cheater and that shit just be out there because in my business, that's bad. I'm a prop better, sport better, poker player, baccarat player, and fucking blackjack player. And what's the other shit he play? Crap. He like, you ain't about to put that shit out there that I'm a cheater and just have me banned from different casinos where I ain't even do shit. Like, fuck no. So he like, will ride this shit, like you said, to the Supreme Court. Yeah. But y'all not going to do that shit. And the boy was saying, like, this shit is bigger than what people think it is because casinos and sports books, they literally, you haven't, like, Ron know, because we deal with it a lot. Yeah. Casino, you walk in there tomorrow and put in a 18-team parlay for $200. They be like, booked. They ain't even got to look at it. Yeah. Booked. You walk in there and put a 3-teamer in for the Sixers, the Raptors, and the Raptors, for the Sixers, the Rockets, and the Rockets over, they'll be like, hold on, we going to investigate this. Won't they do that shit? They'll shut a line down to investigate your parlay. Yeah. And if Rod put that parlay in for 500 and then I come behind him and put in for 500, they be like, denied. So I got to go over there. It's what Rod literally done had to, like, I'll be like, damn, they won't let me put the ticket in. He'd be like, why? I'd be like, I don't know. It's a 6-team. I'm putting in for a bean. Give me the bean. Give me the joint. Rob go downstairs to another joint and be like, yeah, I got it in. But he had to do the 6 teams for $25 a piece for 4 times. Right. It'd be wild shit like that. Like the casino straight, if you have an advantage or an edge, casino like, yo, we cool. Yeah. Meanwhile, the house always wins. Yep. It's wild. So the boy was like, this shit is deeper than what people think it is.
Yeah, no, and the whole thing, like Dame Dash talks about court all the time. Yeah. And he be like, court is about who has the financial stamina to keep going to court. Like, it's not necessarily about who's right and who's wrong. Right. It's about who has the money to keep funding the ability to go to court, because all of that shit costs money. Filing injunctions, filing paperwork, hiring attorneys, this and that. He's like, that's why I always have lawyers on salary and not on retainer. Yeah. Because if I pay you $50,000 for the year, you got to go to court 50,000 times if I tell you to. Yeah. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. So it's like smart. That's what smart people do. It's like, yo, when you know you in a business that shit gets sticky, you keep 2, 3, 4 attorneys
and
around.
It's wild. Like when I was listening to it, I really started thinking about our issues that we started having. Yo, when Delaware Park first got the football betting cracking, remember you could go in there and bet anything. Oh yeah, you could go in there and put $500 on a 10-teamer. They didn't give a fuck. $500 on a 10-teamer pay $400,000. Right. They would book them like it wasn't shit. You go in that motherfucker now and put $500 on a 4-teamer. They like, what's the shit that come up on the screen? Transaction denied. And then they'll be like, we gotta talk to somebody on the phone. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, this shit is wild.
It's insane. Like, casinos really, really be on the tip. Like, they don't want to get hit at all. Yeah. Fuck, like, we'll take our losses, whatever, but as long as we come out 6% ahead of whatever, no.
It's a different world now in the casino, because now a lot of these casinos are corporate run.
Right.
Whereas before, it's just that, they were private businesses. So it's like you'd have, a guy who did risk management in there. And now it's like you got corporations and they don't understand that the public is going to win sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's wild. We all go in there and put the same 4-teamer in. They will straight deny whoever the last one to put it in is. Like, oh, this ticket has been played too many times. Like on some collusion shit.
Yeah.
We cool. It's crazy.
Canby Games, they run Sugar House and Parks. They got to the point where they were only taking like $500 on a college basketball side.
Nuts.
That's crazy.
It's wild as shit. This shit is real. But it's like that. Like, the right action get on a fucking game, you'll see the line jump and go over that way when it's just like, damn, somebody huge must have just bet XYZ on whatever, and you'll see the line shift. Like, you'll see the line shift in Vegas, and you'll see the line move over here. It's nuts as shit. But
for both of y'all travel and shit like that, and I'm sure y'all be betting in different places. Do y'all see it being like more freedom in other locations compared to like here at home?
remember going to the Westgate or to the M in Vegas, and it was like, I'm talking like 2008, 2009, like back then.
Yeah.
It was, the parlay shit hadn't exploded yet. The parlay shit now is just ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody's doing this.
Everybody, like motherfuckers who don't even bet. Women is coming in picking helmet colors. You know what I'm saying? The Bull just hit a John at Parks for like $57,000 for like $25. Nigga bet everything on the board. Like his motherfuckers, he know when our old heads from out the way, the nigga slip me this fucking long. Right. He's like, nah, look, I got motherfucking Santa Fe. Motherfucker, like just random teams you ain't never even seen before. Like motherfuckers is in there betting everything. So the casino is like on a tip where they'll take that, because it's like, yo, you're probably not going. Like the Bull who hit the shit for $57,000. Even that night with remember the Nets game? Like so much shit had to go right that night. Remember the Nets was down like 25 or some shit?
Yeah, they were down 27 in the fourth to Sacramento Kings.
Right, and D'Angelo just went off and they wound up winning. Yeah. Like so much shit had to go right. It's like, we'll take that shit. But when you're in there consistently betting hundreds, thousands of dollars on one or two games, them's is the shits where they like, shit. Sport knows what he's doing.
Know what the fuck he do.
I'm gonna tell you what the real issue is right now in the sports betting world is you have a number of European books. So it's like Canby Games is a European book. William Hill is a European book, and they manage different sports books in America. So Canby manages Parks or Canby manages Sugar House. William Hill, they have a couple sports books in Atlantic City, and they manage Delaware Park. They don't really want to take action from people. It got so bad that, when UNC played Duke the second time and Zion wasn't playing, Canby Games was taking $10.
That's all you could bet.
$10 an hour before game time.
Jeez.
So it's like they really don't want to take action once they get to a certain point. Yeah. And they run by pussies. They're not even bookmakers anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, I can believe it. Like, you ever seen a game where, like, back in the day, it would be shit like, if the Packers are playing the Bears, right, and Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, and it's like Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play, that game wouldn't be on the board. Which, it's understandable. It's the starting quarterback. Yeah. There is you don't even know who the fucking replacement is. So you can't accurately line that game. You can't put an accurate -2 or -6, or you can't do it because you just don't know. It literally has gotten to the point where, like, Gronk not playing, the game is coming off. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, because it's wild, but like, because motherfuckers start leaning on if the weather's fucked up, like if it's a fucking hurricane going on in Miami and the Dolphins are playing at home, everybody will run and take the under. They'll straight take that game off the board. It's wild as shit, but that's really where it's.
And the wild thing is, if you're a smart bookmaker, you really want to take that. You want to take all that action because you're getting plus 110 on each side. Right. And you know what I mean by plus 110?
I know, but break it down.
Like you bet 110 to win 100. That's the juice.
You bet 110 to win 100, but the bookie is naturally getting the plus 110 because you have to lay 110. So it's just like if everybody's loaded up on that one side, I want to take that action. Because that means if, y'all happen to lose, which the public does more than often, that means we going on vacations. We getting bonuses. Yeah. Give me that action.
I remember a big-time bookie out West Philly. I'll never forget it. This was, I want to say 2000 and, I don't want to fuck it up, 2007, maybe 7, maybe 8. Either 7 or 8. The Patriots were smoking everybody that year, though. The Patriots were like blowing everybody out by 25 fucking points.
That was the year they went undefeated.
It was either that or the year before.
Yeah.
So either 06, 07, or 08. I can't remember the exact year, but I know the games. We were all at John House in Jersey.
Oh, wait.
No, I don't remember. They played the Colts. Patriots were blowing everybody out by 20. The line was 4.5. I'll never forget it because we all saw that and was like, what? You got to fuck with the Patriots. You crazy? They're beating everybody by a dub. Yeah. The line was 4.5 against the Colts. Sunday night, John. And I was like, I don't know, that shit it just feel weird as shit. So the bookie out West Philly, and I remember everybody was betting the Patriots crazy that fucking weekend. And I remember asking him, like, because you didn't see him that often, but you would see him every now and then. And Love know who I'm talking about. We was talking about it. And I'm like, you don't like these games like this. He was like, damn, if I don't, what? I get paid on these motherfucking games. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, these games where everybody want to be hype on one side, yeah, this is what you want. And I'm like, all right. And everybody had the Patriots 4.5. You know what the final score of the game was? Patriots won 24-20. I'm like, damn.
Clean the fuck up.
Clean the fuck up. Like, yeah, that shit is real, dog. Patriots really went out there and won that game by. Look up when the Patriots beat the Colts 24-20. That was the game I'm talking about. It was either 06, 07, or I can't remember the exact year. But yeah, I remember that shit. Like that shit.
The year they went 2000. They went 16-0.
I can't remember the exact year, but you know, it is what it is. But let's get into this basketball shit because there's a lot going on in basketball.
A ton of shit going on.
So much.
People got Damian Lillard top 3 point guards in the league now. I personally don't think so.
Who's your top?
Really?
I don't.
I want to hear your top 5.
I still think Steph Curry's better than all of them.
When you look at the statistics, the metrics, the advanced stats, Steph blows these motherfuckers out of the water.
I think Steph is
like it's so obscene, but the intangible part of it is you have the best player like in the universe at playing the 3-4 in your team, so I'm sure that heightens your statistical.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Me and Rod talk about this a lot. Durant kind of hurts Curry. Like, Durant kind of makes Curry not as good as Curry can be.
No, but Curry can easily go out there and average 30. I think we're all in.
Definitely.
Like, with his eyes closed. But what I'm saying is, when you have somebody like a KD that demands a double team on every fucking play, I think Steph gets cleaner shots.
I don't see KD getting double teamed.
Honestly, Curry getting double teamed.
Yeah, I see Curry getting trapped at half court. Like we saw in the 2017 finals. They literally let Kevin Durant go for a wide open dunk to trap Curry at the 3.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's more Curry making Durant better than Durant making Curry better. But I think we're all in agreement that Curry's the best point guard.
Curry's the best point guard.
Yeah, so it's like
I agree.
Like there was some argument about the last 3-4 years. He's the best point guard.
Yeah, there's no one better.
I hate him at times, but Kyrie Irving is still that good.
I love Kyrie, but I think he's overrated.
I give you that. At times I say that. But I know that if I need a shot, if I need a bucket, it's Uncle Drew. I watched him do it with the Cavs.
I agree with you. If you need one basket, Kyrie's the guy.
I trust Kyrie more than I even trust Steph. But if I'm leading a team,
if I need somebody to lead a team and create a culture, and
I'm definitely not picking.
Yeah,
Dame.
you're not picking Kyrie.
I'm saying I'm definitely not picking Dame.
I'm picking Dame.
No,
and I'm gonna tell you why I'm picking Dame. Dame lost his entire roster.
If I can pick one person before I can pick Kyrie, and then I got to come back around, I'm definitely picking Kyrie.
But Dame lost his entire roster. Like, imagine
it's happened before. People won championships.
No, but that doesn't happen. Like, where a guy loses their entire roster. He lost LaMarcus Aldridge, Nick Batum, Robin Lopez. He lost everybody in his starting 5, and he went to the playoffs the next year. Wesley Matthews. And he went to the playoffs 4 or 5 years in a row. We haven't seen that with Kyrie.
Just to the playoffs, though. And that's kind of where I like at the end of the day, this is if you want to talk about regular season, yeah. But it's like when you talk about the shit we was talking about the other night. Championship, elevating yourself to championship shit. Like, people don't even dig. When LeBron and them did do that comeback, that 3-1, Kyrie had to play just as crazy. Kyrie could have easily won that MVP.
Andre Iguodala actually said he thought Kyrie should have won MVP.
Like, he had to play just as crazy as Bron did.
Do you think Dame Lillard wouldn't have thrived in that role? Because I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think Dame could have thrived in his role, but I don't know if Kyrie would have thrived in Dame's role.
I mean, it's arguable.
But I mean that's.
Me personally, I like Kemba Walker, so it's like I think Kemba Walker could have came up there and done that. Literally, me and Jules sat courtside at fucking Charlotte, and I kept telling him like, I cannot wait for him to get the fuck out of this fucking building. I cannot.
So
wait.
your top 5 point guards, what would you say? And you, Chad, as well.
Top 5, it'd be Steph, Kyrie, Russ. Steph, Kyrie, Russ. We don't consider Devin Booker a point guard, right?
No, it's just 2.
Do we consider James Harden a point guard? I don't.
You shouldn't, but he handles the ball.
Yeah.
It's like LeBron James. Do we consider him a point guard? Even though
we don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's not put Harden in. It's almost not even.
Can't put Harden in there. You can't put Bron in there. So Curry, Kyrie, Russ, Kemba, Dame. I'm really a Kemba Walker fan though, and I know I'm biased on that. So
I got Steph 1. I got Dame and Kyrie tied at 2.
That's interesting.
I think they kind of like more similar than people know. Dame is more vocal about like his leadership and his aggressiveness, but Kyrie is equally as aggressive. And I trust Kyrie at the end of a game more than I probably trust even more than Steph, because Steph be fucking crumbling sometimes. But he's still better than them two. With that being said, Russ, even though he's just stupid shit time and time again, and who else do I like a lot? I mean, I think it's kind of them and almost like then everybody else.
It's funny. Somebody asked me.
Kimba's right there though.
Somebody asked me.
I just don't want to run the same.
Do I think Russell Westbrook's legacy is like getting fucked up by him not going deeper in the playoffs? And I'm like, honestly, Russell's legacy is already written. He averaged a triple double 3 years in a row.
Probably gonna do it 4 times.
And he has an MVP. His legacy is set. That nigga's from Crenshaw. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think there's some revisionist history because he's declining, and everybody declines. Everybody gets to a certain point to where they're old. Russ has had 3 knee surgeries. Like, people forget about that.
He still has that explosiveness, though.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like people are looking at this season and saying, oh, shit, I see why KD left. And that's not fair. Russ wasn't the same.
That was funny. That's one of the questions on here. Like,
yeah.
Before we get in that, what's your top 5 point guards?
I'm going to go Curry. I'm going to go Dame. I'm going to go Westbrook because I still think he puts more onto the table than he brings off. I'm going to go Kyrie. And people are going to hate me for this. I'm still a big Kyle Lowry fan. Like, that's still my guy. And it's just, like, I know it's crazy because of how he performs in the playoffs, but in the regular season, the last 4 or 5 years, if you look at all the metrics, even look at the playoff metrics.
Here's my knock with Kyle Lowry. His hair is really nappy. And when you have really nappy hair,
you gotta be excellent.
You gotta be really good. You
gotta be excellent.
Yeah.
Like Joel Embiid or Jimmy Butler. That shit seems really nappy when they stinking it. When you stinking it up and then you got that nappy shit on your head, it's like, come on, dog.
Get a haircut,
bitch. Get a fucking cut and grow up.
I hate to mention him at this time like this.
With Kyle Lowry.
But it's just, he does so many of the little things. He runs his team. He doesn't need the ball in his hand, which a lot of point guards do. I mean, before this season, he was a 40% three-point shooter. I'm a big fan.
You know who are my 2 favorite, like, next tier down guys?
Fuck with Kyle Lowry.
D'Angelo Russell.
I like Russ.
And Jamal Murray. I like Jamal Murray's game.
Jamal Murray's another one I'm good on.
He can score the basketball.
He's so up and down, but I love him.
I mean, he's going up every year. Yeah. He's going up every year. Like, and it's like Coach Cal said, he can flat out score the basketball. Mm-hmm. Like, when he get going, he's a good young player.
Yeah.
And he only fucking, 22?
He kind of reminds me of the nigga that shot Kane on Menace. I don't like his face. Like,
man.
I'm not a Jamal.
He looked like every light-skinned nigga ever.
Yeah. Tell you who else. You ever seen Trippin'? With the black boy from the Cosby's.
And Mia Campbell.
Yeah.
He looked like Mia Campbell's boyfriend. Remember, he's like, you Philip Michael Thomas looking like he looked like that boy.
Fucking Pierre.
Yeah.
90s era comedian Pierre.
Oh, man.
Remember the war? She said, I'm here to see my baby. He said, man, if you don't bounce your ass out of here in that rubber suit. Yeah, I hate him. I don't fuck with Jamal Murray. I like Devin Booker though. But
Is he a point guard? He's a two guard, right?
No, he's
two
a
guard,
two.
but I fucks with him. The what was it that you just said? Kyle Lowry. He from here, so that that's cool and all.
Yeah.
To me, he looks small on a court.
Stinks in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's so bad in the playoffs.
It's honestly, and me and Rod had this conversation a lot, and I be trying to tell him like, being able to elevate yourself to the next level is very difficult, and very few people figure out how to actually do it. Like, you look at Jay-Z. There was a time period where Jay-Z was not hotter than DMX.
Correct.
He wasn't.
He didn't have
wasn't
more heat.
hotter than DMX.
Not at all.
And then when he got into that battle with Nas, that shit was stifling. Like, that stopped Jay dead in his tracks. But Jay figured out a way to elevate past New York, king of New York rap.
Yeah.
He got past it. And DMX, he was off impersonating a federal agent, and fucking Nas was going through his bullshit. Jay figured out a way to elevate past.
He became an icon, basically.
And that's what I mean. You look at Lil Wayne with the whole Cash Money. Lil Wayne, he's a drug addict whose rap label fell apart. Wayne was supposed to end up on Maury. Like when you look
Wayne was the last nigga left of an empire, and it was like
not even trying to be funny. Wayne was supposed to end up on
BG
Unsung.
was on heroin. I don't know where the fuck Juvie went. Turk is in jail.
Juvie went to Sony, or was it Atlantic? He done had so many fucking deals.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
He just disappeared.
Juvie has a dye job goatee. It's like it was.
Juvie's back with Cash Money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For the third time.
Where the fuck is Turk still in jail?
No, he out.
Turk's out. He ain't doing shit. BG coming home this year.
He was on what's the older black lady with bad feet? Not on my watch.
Oh, Iyanla.
Yeah, he was on Iyanla Van Zant, and I saw him and his wife and shit on there. But Wayne was supposed to end up on Unsung, but he just figured out a way to elevate past the bullshit. And honestly, I look at like just life and the people we glorify, and just there are a lot of people. You know how like. Did you watch Felipe Lopez 30 for 30?
Oh, that was great. That was great.
It was great. And like literally there are people who will literally call him a bust or a failure or a fucking loser or whatever. But then you realize just how rich this motherfucker really is, and he is the pride of his country.
Yeah.
And literally he's a god to them. And he's literally going around donating money, fixing up churches and shit. Like, no, I got this money and it's supposed to get spent. But you get on the internet in America, a motherfucker's like, he a loser, he a clown, he sold, whatever. But then you realize, like, nah, he really got it.
Yeah.
Like, he really
just making it to the NBA or, being a Division I athlete.
Right, but
makes you the man.
We get wrapped up in, did you become Jordan?
Yeah.
Or did you become LeBron? Or did you become Jay-Z?
As if there's no middle ground.
As if there's no, as if your life just isn't going to have an importance or mean anything.
I think we took the human element out of it. Because I look at somebody like Lamar Odom, where it's like everybody thought Lamar Odom should have been a 10-time All-Star based on his talent. But when you look at his family, his mom and his pops were on drugs, to make it to where he made it, he won greater than most people ever will.
Right. So I look at like sports. Being able to elevate yourself on a sport field to a higher level, there aren't many people who figure that shit out.
Oh, not at all.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel what I'm saying at all?
Yeah.
Like, Tom Brady is not supposed to be Tom Brady.
Absolutely not.
There's no reason for a 6th round, 192nd pick of the NFL draft to become a 6-time Super Bowl champion, greatest quarter. It's just not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
He figured out a way, though, to elevate. And a lot of these guys that y'all big up in basketball now, I just don't see it in them.
I agree.
I don't see it in James Harden. Y'all like James Harden. I don't fuck with James Harden. I don't have it. He doesn't have it.
I agree with you in terms of the playoffs. You know what? I just struggle as a basketball fan to reconcile the fact that regular season basketball probably doesn't matter.
But playoff season basketball, they act like idiots.
And I just struggle with that. Just as a fan, I watch these guys dominate all year, and then playoff basketball is like they're different people, and I've started to understand that more and more.
Like, can I ask y'all this? Do y'all miss LeBron at all in the playoffs?
I do.
Do you at all?
I really don't.
You don't.
I don't.
How was that?
Because he would have took this team to the playoffs and got smashed. There was somebody who's going to Hawk smash his team out of the fucking playoffs. Like with this Laker team, I miss seeing LeBron with a squad in the playoffs, but not these ragtag group of young dickheads that he had on his team.
I don't think they're ragtag though. I think the Lakers were really doing okay until everybody got hurt.
I think that it was an hour. I think it was an hourglass that was.
I'm with Matt on this.
I think it was an hourglass that was running out of time, and that there was only a matter of time before the other teams caught up to them. Denver was good out the gate. They basically were the second best team in the West.
But the Rockets
all
were not
season.
good out the gate.
Right, but they figured it out. And when you have a James Harden, you can figure it out.
But literally everybody on the Lakers staff got hurt this year. Everybody who matters.
True, but look at. All right,
that fucks up your synergy.
All right,
yeah.
I'm a believer in in basketball, the best player can have a crazy amount of will on the outcome of a game.
Right.
But when you look at the Lakers, LeBron is an A++, and then you drop down to who's the second best player on
Ingram,
the Lakers?
and
Probably
then,
Brandon Ingram.
And then Lonzo. And I think Lonzo.
That ain't enough.
Yeah, it is. With
I'm gonna be
Kuzma
honest with
and
you.
Lance Stevenson
That's
and Rondo.
not enough. They
It's enough.
can't.
I mean, you got to remember they were the fourth. They were the fourth seed when LeBron got hurt.
LeBron was running with J.R. Smith and Cedi Osman last year. They went to the finals. Like, it's enough.
I'm gonna be honest.
Not in the West, it's not enough.
It is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Clippers just took two. The Clippers just took 2 games from the Warriors.
I'm not even trying to be funny. We talked about it. We
you-
talked about it for the game before the podcast started. The Warriors last night scored 119. 9 points came off the bench. The Warriors ain't the same Warriors. They're top heavy. It's Durant, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Iggy. But understand, there are teams who can beat them. The Clippers could beat them. The Rockets can beat them.
But not in 7 games.
We don't know.
We do know. There's no data in this current playoffs that says there's any team out there that can beat the Warriors in 7 games.
The Rockets, had they got some free throws in game 1, because we all know they missed a good 3 or 4 shooting fouls, they might have won
The
that game.
Rockets have a loser's mentality. They're going into the game looking for calls.
I hate the
And
fucking
that's
Rockets. I'm not rooting for the Rockets.
No, what I'm saying is their mentality, like as much as the Warriors get beside themselves and play down the competition and do stupid shit, and Steph misses a dunk when he should have laid it up, and like the goofball shit that they do, they're still so much better than everybody else.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think they're better than everybody else in the West. I think there's 4 teams in the East that can give them problems.
There ain't 4 teams.
There ain't 4 teams.
I think the Sixers will give them problems.
No.
I think the
Not even
Bucks
trying
will
to be funny. You can't take 4 teams from the East ever. Like the
Like
96 Bulls.
if you put the 4 teams from the East together, they can't beat the Warriors.
Y'all bugging.
Because none of them motherfuckers are better than Kevin Durant.
I don't think it's about being better than Kevin Durant.
Contrary to the
I
narrative,
think the Sixers will give them I think the Sixers will give them a 6
because they're long and all of that shit. But ultimately, KD just going to make the decision. I'm going to shoot over everybody.
Like you watch
and it's
Kawhi
time
do
to
it
go to
today.
sleep.
Kawhi
Oh, yeah,
literally
of
gave the
course.
Sixers ass to kiss today.
Yeah,
he did.
when Kawhi just decides.
But I mean, of course, they win that game if Joel's not sick.
But this is the whole if. Like the big
a lot
score
of
the other day
variables.
was 72-39. I played 82.
I mean, I'm not saying that
It's like-
they'll win, but I think the 4 teams alive in the East will give them a good series.
I think the Sixers are a talented team. I don't think they're not smart enough to beat a team like the Warriors.
I give you that, but I think they'll give them a good
Like
series.
the Celtics, same thing. Celtics got a lot
Understand
of
what I'm
talent,
saying.
but they're a lot of the same guy on
Understand
that
what
team.
I'm saying about elevating yourself.
No, I get it.
Listen to what I'm saying. Floyd Mayweather break his hands in a fight. He wins the fight.
Different type of will.
Like I can't. Oh shit! My hand broke and walk off. Floyd is still with broken hands. The people who it's what irritates me. People be like, "Oh, Floyd a bitch," or he run. That nigga would break his hands in the ring and still punch people. Do you know how fucking psychologically in tune you got to be to continue doing that?
Yeah.
Jordan, the drunk game. Nigga, we know he didn't have the flu, but the fact that he showed up drunk and still dropped 30 is like, yo. That's will.
So y'all don't think it's anybody who gives the Warriors a series?
I mean,
I think
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. There are 3 players in the NBA that I look at as just they're able to elevate themselves past everybody else. It's LeBron James, it's Kevin Durant, it's Kawhi Leonard. Go back to any podcast I've ever spoke on, anything go look at my tweets. I say it all the time. LeBron, KD, Kawhi. Those are the 3 best players in basketball. Those are your last 4 out of 5 Finals MVPs, minus Iggy, which whatever.
An
You know
anomaly.
what I'm saying? Like Kawhi won the Finals MVP in 14. LeBron in 16. Kevin Durant 17, 18. Those are the guys I look at where, like Kawhi today, I got this. Kevin Durant the other night, I got this.
It was KD averaging 41.
There are just players who, like, I don't look at James Harden like, I got this. Because James Harden's going to come out and be flopping and flailing all over the fucking court.
Yeah.
Giannis, as good as Giannis is, he's not a proven elevator of himself and everybody around him. But like, people don't even dig it. That 3-1 shit that LeBron pulled off was arguably the best shit you've ever seen in sports.
Oh, I believe it.
Fuck comeback or fuck basketball. I'm talking about sports. The fact that you were able to win twice on the road in Oracle against a 73-9 team with them on your back.
Niggas don't win game 7s on the road. It just don't happen.
No. People that love throwing out, Draymond got, like I told you, Draymond got suspended game 5. Draymond played 6 and 7, and in game 7, Draymond had the best game of his NBA life. He hit 5 threes before half in that game. Draymond doesn't hit 5 threes at all in an NBA game. He hit 5 at halftime. Draymond finished that game with 30.
I mean, Draymond could shoot back then.
Draymond finished that game with 30. What do you have? 36, 15, and 9?
Yeah, he was on some Barkley.
He was ugly that game.
He was on some Barkley.
He was nuts. They won that game in Oracle. Yeah. So it's like whenever people thought, Draymond got suspended in game 5, that's a ignorant ass throw out.
I mean, we got to throw it out because it's honest.
I get
and we got to throw out the fact that
he got suspended. But
we got to throw out the fact that Bogut got hurt.
That's the end all be all.
Oh yeah,
that
I mean they
shit
won.
That LeBron and them pulled
it was
off
amazing.
Was nuts.
It's amazing.
Shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have happened. Well,
right.
We do have to be honest about what happened.
No, I'm just talking about the fact that LeBron was able to say, we ain't going out like this.
Yeah,
Kyrie was able to follow suit. Kevin Love was able to follow suit. Even JR and Iman Shumpert played huge in those fucking final 2 games. Tristan Thompson was huge in that.
Yeah.
Tristan got a Kardashian. He had to be huge. You know this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Kevin Durant and I look at Kawhi and I look at LeBron as just those are the guys. I don't look at anybody else as like, yeah, he can elevate himself. And like, I don't look at Joel Embiid like that. Too goofy, too weird, too much silly shit.
So you basically saying they got to prove it to you before you believe that they're a guy.
I mean, that's kind of the way the world works.
No, because I think Giannis is getting to that point.
Like, you know why?
I saw some of that in Giannis the other day. He took over that game.
Like, Giannis took over that game.
You know why the Dream Team for OJ was called the Dream Team? Because of the work Lee Bailey, Robert Kardashian, Johnny Cochran, the track record they had.
Yeah.
These niggas weren't fresh out passing the bar. They proved that they were that good of a legal defense to where it's like, that's the dream team he got coming in here. When Jordan and Magic and Barkley and Bird and all them showed up at the Olympics in 92, y'all know y'all about to get cooked, right? Because these ain't college kids. Remember, it was college motherfuckers running in the Olympics.
Yeah.
These are the best pro niggas on earth.
Yeah.
They didn't bring Shaq. Y'all lucky. Y'all on some bullshit today.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's kind of the way it worked. Like, you working at a job, getting a promotion, or you didn't just start out with vanity. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like, this shit.
Yeah.
People to be like, yeah, man, I heard a lot of good things about your podcast. It's just like, yeah, well, don't listen to the first 14 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Skip them, Joe.
Yeah, but it's just, that's how it is.
My first party was ass.
You kind of gotta show and prove. And I look at the NBA, it's niggas who multiple times, like Chris Paul has had multiple times to show and prove he can elevate to the next level. He doesn't. He just don't. It's not a diss. He just don't. Russell Westbrook has had multiple times now. Paul George has had, granted, Paul George had the leg shit, but several dudes who've had multiple opportunities to go next level on them, and they just didn't. Like, realistically, LeBron, you lose the finals in 07. All right, we'll give you that. You was young. You had fucking Zadrunas Ilgauskas. Cool. Y'all went up against the Spurs.
Ira Newble.
Y'all went up against the Spurs with Duncan, fucking Manu, and Tony Parker.
Shouldn't have been there anyway.
You shouldn't have been there. Y'all got past the Pistons because you went next level on some bullshit. All right, cool. We'll give you that. You get swept. You go to Miami, and you go out there, and you go not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Nigga, when you get to the finals and you score 7 in the fourth quarter, we gonna grind you the fuck up. You got to eat this. LeBron knew he had to eat this. For the decision, the way he came to Miami, all the hoopla around it, all that bullshit, you got to eat this. You know what Bron did next year? Miami won like 30 games straight. He won the regular season MVP. They won the finals, and he won the finals MVP. And in that last game against the Spurs, he scored the last 8 points. Nigga, I'm elevating. That's what you got to do.
I mean, you know what KD did after going 10 for 31 in Game 6? He went to the Warriors.
And elevated.
I mean,
You can hate it all you want.
I don't hate it, but I'm just saying. I'm following along with your knowledge.
KD now is scarier than KD ever was.
Yeah,
on
K-
the
course
KD,
he is.
they not the same player.
So
like,
you gotta
the way he
understand
breaks
the
the game.
elevation.
But I'm just saying, I'm
That's
following along your
elevating.
analogy. I had to throw that out there.
But that's what you do when you talk about elevating. If you know that they're gonna get you to a certain point or a certain place.
Yeah.
I'm going over here, and y'all can't get mad
I'm
at
just
that.
saying, you said elevate.
That's what he did. Did he not?
He did, but
You don't make sense.
I'm just saying.
He's a 50, 40, 90 guy now.
He is next to Steph.
That's elevating.
I personally,
Why the fuck you think Pac signed with Death Row? Like, this is elevating.
I personally want to see him go to a
I want to see
Brooklyn
him go to New York.
or
I
the
can't
Knicks
wait
or
for him to
whatever.
go to New York.
'Cause he's a shoe in to average 38 or some shit like that, like on his own.
I
Like,
wanna see- I wanna see- I
KD
wanna see-
in the East will be the scariest shit we ever seen since Jordan.
Not even like I'm not even
Like,
trying to
he
be
will
funny.
average
See, the thing
40.
is, I know he'll score. He can score anywhere. I want to see KD if he's the best, because y'all say he's the best player in the league.
I think he's the best player in the league.
I
right
got
now.
him as number 2.
I don't think he's the best player in the league, personally.
I got him
think
at number 2.
I think it's bad for the game if LeBron is at 34 is still the best player in the league, because that means that we're not fucking progressing.
I respect that.
That would be so. That's like if Jay-Z at 59 years old, and people that still consider him the best rapper, that shit scares me, because it's like,
That
what
is
is that?
scary.
What does that
Who's
say?
the best rapper now? I'm just curious. I'm not that digress, but
Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole.
that's
a
fair.
toss up.
Okay.
Can I speak? LeBron this year was averaging 28, 8, and 8. And
Empty numbers. It didn't.
28,
cut
8,
through.
and 8, and they were literally 4th in the West before everybody
That shit
got
is
hurt.
revisionist history,
LeBron
like-
went and had another good ass season. The way, like, this is the crazy part.
It wasn't impactful. That's what Chauncey
it
Billups
was
said.
in Bradford.
It wasn't impactful.
do you mean?
Because you know what? He missed 20, 30, whatever fucking games, and they missed the playoffs
So
by
that
a lot.
means
They
it's
were
not
out of
impactful?
Yeah.
If you're hurt,
Look, LeBron just went from the East, and he's a perennial 60-game winner in the East, and he came West and didn't sniff the playoffs.
if you get hurt, that's supposed to be on you.
What would have happened if they would have made the playoffs as an 8 seed?
What do you mean?
What would have happened if that team makes the playoffs as an 8 seed and got to face Golden State in the first round?
I mean, I would have personally liked to see it, honestly.
Are you shitting me right now?
No, the way they were rolling before he got hurt, yeah.
As an 8 seed,
I've watched
they're gonna go beat Golden State
eight
in
seeds
7
have
games.
beat number ones though.
How many times? Like,
I'm
let's not make the exception the rule.
I didn't say that LeBron and them were going to win the
They're
championship.
not gonna win shit.
I said
That's
I would have
my
liked
point.
to seen it though.
They wouldn't have done shit.
I personally would have liked to seen Brown in the playoffs. I ain't tripping.
He would have
about
had
that.
blood in his eye from KD dropping jumpers on him all fucking day.
I'm
That's
not-
what would have happened.
I'm not
he
denying-
slipped significantly defensively. We got to stop pretending like LeBron is still out here giving 100% on both ends of the floor. He's not.
I mean, in
he's
basketball,
not better than
in
KD.
In basketball years, LeBron is 135.
I get all that,
years
and
old.
that's why he ain't better than KD.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
taking him over KD.
I still would rather have LeBron over KD.
Y'all crazy as
And
fuck.
the thing is, I think
I respect
about
y'all
KD,
opinion because y'all smart guys.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy as
I'm
fuck.
gonna be honest. I'd rather have Kawhi over KD.
That I understand.
Like I just,
But I
think-
don't trust Kawhi because Kawhi missed 22 games for fucking load management.
Yeah.
So I don't trust Kawhi.
That's fair.
I don't
If
trust
you don't
him.
play basketball, like he's missed at least a fourth of the season.
He's missed
That's
like
crazy.
89 games or some shit the last 3 seasons. He missed the whole season because he didn't want to play.
Yeah.
I
I
kind
don't
of respect that.
I don't feel like this shit. Greg Popovich should have punched him in the fucking mouth. My wife dying and you playing these games like Greg Popovich should have smoked his fucking ass if you want to keep it a bean.
I
like
mean,
Kawhi, that was some hoe shit he did.
100 years ago, Greg Popovich would have owned him. You can't get mad at
Well,
Kawhi because he's like, no, I'm chilling. The fuck? It's like, is this right? And
No,
that's
you under
and
contract.
that's
You go to fuck the
that's-
work.
That's the part that irritates me when it comes to the Kevin Durant shit. When motherfuckers like, oh man, he a hoe for leaving. No, that nigga's in control of his own shit.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Durant said, you know what? I'm going to do this shit for me. I'm going because this is the way I feel like I can elevate to the next motherfucking level. Yes, I have 4 scoring titles. Yes, I have an MVP. Yes, we have a great team here in
To
Oklahoma
play devil's
City.
advocate though, as a competitor, You don't want to beat the team that just took you out and you were up 3-1.
I could make $40 million this year and hold 2 trophies.
No, but I mean, as a competitor,
This is
as a competitor, you don't feel like, damn, I got to go get back at
you know how motherfuckers be like perfect example, my job, right? We come in for overtime, right?
Yeah.
You got to report. You come in, you sit for 4 hours. If you don't get anything, they pay you for 6 and you can bounce. Just a free 6 hours.
Yeah.
You can just roll, do whatever. You off. Motherfuckers come in on a overtime report and be like, yeah, man, I hope they call me shit. I actually want some work. And I be like, all that bullshit is cool, but try and get the 6 and get the fuck out of here. And it's like, I'm kind of one of them people. Like, figure out how you can get whatever it is you want and you can keep your sanity at the same time. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Kevin Durant said, yo, I could stay here in Oklahoma and we could really tough it out. We might take them motherfuckers down. In fact, we could take them motherfuckers down. But I could also take a 2-year deal, go over there, win 2 championships, win 2 finals MVPs, and then sign a 1-and-1 for $35 million a season, and then I got my whole motherfucking career in my hands, and I'm elevated to where people are arguing if I'm the best player in basketball.
And make $60 million off the court.
They weren't arguing that in 2014.
But see, I respect.
They just weren't.
I respect that. But the biggest problem I have with KD, and I think he's probably the most talented player in the game. When we decide and sit down and say he's the best player in the NBA, which is what a lot of people are doing right now, we got to look at how much credit does he really deserve for where the Warriors are at?
Well, he's the best player on the best team, and he's the finals MVP for both of their teams.
When you look at his numbers in the playoffs in OKC versus, Golden State, he has career highs in, field goal percentage, per true shooting percentage, and all of this is, the way I see it, it's it's consequence of just playing next to Curry and Clay and having that gravity. So,
but that's elevation.
No, that's not elevation. But he's having career highs next to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So I'm just saying, if he's the best player. Why wasn't he doing this before he was with Steph Curry?
But look, he wasn't the same player.
But look,
I don't think he's improved.
Can I speak real quick?
I'm gonna be honest with you. He shot 29% from 3. The year before he played with Steph Curry in the playoffs. He goes to play with Steph Curry, and he's getting wide open shots. So it's like, how's that him elevating as opposed to the people around him elevating him? That's my biggest point.
You look at Tupac, Me Against the World, right? Album sold 4 million records, right? #1 album while he's in jail. Dear Mama. Pac's the man. He had Brenda's Got a Baby. He had Strictly for My Niggas. All these different albums that were real cool. Pac gets out of jail, and he signs with Death Row. You know how Pac went diamond on that album? Dr. Dre's in the next room. Snoop's in the next room over. Now I'm part of something that's larger than what I am. Pac was already a great writer, a great songmaker, but now I'm on the best team and I'm the best player on the best team. Now we diamond. I'm going to die in 3 months because I'm with these dickheads. But at the same time, that's kind of what it is.
There's something to be said for being the best player on the best team.
It's just what it is.
Michael Jordan gets a lot of credit for being the best player, but people forget he was always on the best team also. It just so happened that he brought the players, he brought them to him as opposed to him leaving.
I just never seen someone lose to someone, join their team, and then be considered the best player on that team.
But that also may say how much he fucking hated the situation he was in. And the fact that we were Golden State before Golden State, and y'all traded an all-world player for $4 million.
Like, people don't even dig
like
it.
That. Like James, I don't feel no sympathy for OKC ever.
No, I don't either.
Never ever.
I don't feel any sympathy for them.
I don't fuck with Oklahoma just because I'm fucking Black Wall Street.
When Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, I was happy because I got to see him play a elevated style of basketball. I got to see him play with the ball movement.
What kind of style of basketball?
Elevated style of basketball. Cool. But at the same time, if he's the best player, I want to see him in a situation to where they're not trapping Curry at half court.
But it don't always work like that. And that's the point I was trying to make with you earlier. It's like, yo, you look at Jay-Z with Rockefeller in 1998. It was bleak and sauce money. You know what I'm saying? And then Jay realized, like,
this ain't gonna cut it.
This ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay literally employed every Philadelphian he could find. And then The Rock with State Property and Dipset, then that became the powerhouse of what people knew, to where they could branch off into Rockaware and Rocka Films and Rocka any fucking anything they wanted to do because of the fact that they became an entity. And that's kind of what it is. It's like, was Durant a great player in OKC? Yes. But now he's the best player on the best team. So that's how you get on Mount Rushmore. Like, Obama was a great senator. You understand what I'm saying? He was a great senator. That's the first black president.
Yeah.
Like, now you're the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of what it is.
I just struggle with him being better than Curry. But, I mean, that's a difference of opinion.
I mean, I get it and I understand it. All I'm saying is, like, people were really upset at him for leaving Oklahoma and going to Golden State.
That's unfair.
And I was, like, kind of pissed.
Yeah.
But then I really had to sit and think about my life and some of the things I struggle with and some of the things I want. And it's just like, Durant's doing everything I want to do.
Yeah,
like,
he did what any of us would have did.
Durant literally said,
definitely.
I'm going to get out of this situation. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And then when it's all said and done, y'all going to consider me a legend. Y'all might even consider me the best. Y'all can suck a dick if y'all feel
I'm gonna take the best
towards
job
it.
in the best location that
Like-
pays the best amount of money, and I'm gonna do the least amount of work.
Real shit.
I respect that.
Like I live for less work and more money. That's what we are. That's what you want. Like, I don't want to have to fight off a fucking triple team. Go get Curry. Give me the ball. Go over there and do that stupid shit. Like, that's exactly what it is. So the purists and the people that's like, oh, you know, we stayed with our teams, and yeah, nigga, you had a 14-year deal.
You had a 97-year contract.
Of course you stayed
You was
with
an indentured servant.
Yeah, of course you stayed with the Pacers. Nigga, you was getting contract.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant and LeBron have literally shown motherfuckers, like, think about how the Supermax backfired on motherfuckers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, the Supermax straight backfired in the fucking owners' faces because they really thought it was going to be like, we're going to throw you niggas $200 million and y'all ain't going nowhere.
Y'all not even gonna think about going nowhere.
But you got players making more money off the court than they make on the court.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my problem when it comes to James Harden.
Yeah.
The money now that has crossed over into sports, it makes it to where that winning and for the love of the game, like, honestly, Kobe might have been the last person with that. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as I love Bron got other agendas.
Yeah.
Bron got the school, Bron got the films, Bron got HBO deals. He got all kinds of other shit. That love of the game, and I live and breathe basketball, and anybody who don't like it got to fight me, and I'll punch my teammates. That Jordan shit, that shit is over. The money, Harden has a $200 million contract on the court
And off
a
the court.
$200 million contract off the court. And Ruggs' weekend is in 8 days. Rockets is done. Like, y'all tripping.
Flat the fuck out. And I think we can end it like that.
It just,
that's real shit.
It's just what it is. Like, the money has made it to where, to me, there are only a few people who really is out there on some, I'm trying to be in the best situation and do the best balling.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Kawhi didn't ball last year. It's like, man, I'm cool. I'm over this shit. I need something new. Kawhi this year, like, he ain't missed a beat. He looked better than he looked any other fucking
Oh,
years.
definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
KD, that's my joint. Like, KD looks better on the Warriors. Kawhi looks better on the Raptors. When LeBron left the Heat and went back to the Cavaliers, you kind of was like, I don't know, Bron might be on some fishing shit right now because he kind of realized the Heat, you know, their little run might have been over. LeBron on the Cavs was better. Like, 16 Bron was the best Bron we've ever seen.
Way better.
Just better. And 12 and 13 Bron were out of this world. 16 Bron, that nigga had 2,000 points, 800 boards, and 700 assists in that season. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. And literally, like, I watched it the other day, the LeBronto game. He ripped the Raptors. Go watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, that shit was sad.
He was literally hitting fadeaway. It was just unbelievable. Like, so that's my joint. Like, watching them dudes really, really, like, just give you timeless bodies of work. Kawhi first game against the Sixers is one of the best fucking performances we've ever seen. That 45-point game he had.
Crushing them.
He's damn near averaging 40 for the series.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Jamal Murray, these guys, they just don't have that shit to me.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is a generational player when he wants to be a generational player. And that's why I said before we ended, Joel Embiid to me is like Orlando Shaq. Because Orlando Shaq, while he was great and had good footwork and could pass, Shaq in Orlando didn't realize yet I'm Diesel.
Yeah.
Like, when Shaq realized in 2000, like, I'm really bigger and stronger than
do whatever the fuck I
everybody
want.
out here. before he hit the fucking cheeseburger buffet and all that bullshit, like 00 to 03, 04 Shaq, the most insane shit we've ever seen. He had footwork like a fucking two guard.
Yeah.
But he's 7'3" and 340 pounds. It's just unstoppable. And Joel Embiid is that. When Joel Embiid don't want to be weird and antagonizing the crowd and on Twitter, Joel Embiid was straight next to the bull on the phone. What's his name? Amir?
Oh, Amir Johnson.
Like, them niggas was looking at
that
the
shit was
jack
crazy.
on the
Yeah.
sideline. Like,
That shit was wild.
Like, oh, damn, so-and-so made Shaq to the fool tonight.
Like, yo, bugging. So it's like when they not doing that and he really on his shit, he's generational.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is 7'3".
280.
He's bigger than that. He's 3-something.
He gotta be 3-something.
Easily. He's 7'3". I seen him when he walked into the rum game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, God damn, 7'3" with that big nappy shit on his side. He
Were
looked
they in
crazy.
recess last night?
I hope not, man.
But like
I wasn't out last night.
Oh, shit.
that type shit. Ben, like, go get ready for the game. Ben, y'all ain't done it yet to do that. Y'all ain't that yet.
I told you when I was done with Ben, I was in motherfucking recess. They had just lost a road game. They hopped on the PJ, came back. This nigga come strolling in at 2 a.m. I'm like, pussy, get out the fucking club.
Like Jordan,
Go work on your fucking jumper.
Like Jordan, drunk game. He did that shit with 5 championships under the belt. Like you gotta prove yourself before you can.
Iverson
do all the
and
other
Lou are the only people I've seen who could really club and do that shit.
Lou fucked 10 bitches and come drop 48.
Yeah, I done seen Lou in action. Lou the man.
Hey, I drink 14 Coronas, come right at 55.
Hey, I booked for a domestic. Talking about, yo, what's up, dog? Like game 7-15, like y'all playing games. Or Kobe even, like going to court. Remember they had the joint where he was averaging 40 on nights he went to court?
Yeah.
Like, that shit ain't normal, dog. That's being able to go to some whole other shit.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Tell us that we got to wrap it up.
Yeah. That was a good ending.
Definitely. Any parting shots from anybody? Anything y'all want to plug?
I don't like y'all.
I'm not plugging anything right now, but I mean, y'all want to holler at me as DJ Art to this day. You know how it's going down. We out here.
Y'all want to book ride for weddings, bat mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, what else?
I still do clubs.
He still do clubs a little bit.
Yeah, a little
bit.
here and
Corporate
there.
events.
Yeah, let's get them big checks.
Shout out to Ray Dell, man. DJ Dells. He got in that nasty car.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
Prayers up for him. You know, we grew up with him. He's from Penrose.
He's from Penrose. He's from the
From the Rose. Yeah, shout out Dells, man. Wish
Shouts
you a
to Marty
speedy
G, that's
recovery.
my man.
Dude was driving on the highway the wrong
That's
way.
his
The wrong
cousin.
way. Doing like 90.
Yeah.
Crazy. I told you I seen the accident. It's funny that whoever the guy was that went the wrong way, he died. Same as I saw that happen up in York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I told you I was stuck on
Yeah.
the highway.
Yeah.
Lady drove the wrong way on the highway trying to kill herself, and she died. And I just
Wow.
like, that shit is insane that people, I don't know if this dude was drunk or was a suicide mission or what, but they said he was on the, like that. I couldn't imagine looking up and seeing headlights coming at me that fast.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
that's some
is that?
scary shit.
Dang.
Insane.
As far as me, I got 2 shows coming up. One is actually tonight. Y'all gonna hear the show on Monday, so it's tonight, Monday, May 6th at Vulture's Lounge, featuring all the top artists from West Philly. I got West Philly Tour, who is actually signed to Booger Nation, Leonard Fournette's label, and Leaf Ward. He made the Say Cheese list, top 10 MCs to watch 2019. All independent artist show. My man Prada also, and a couple other people, all from West Philly. How the West was won. Y'all can get tickets up until about 6 p.m. What's it called? It's West Was One, ONE, not WONE.eventbrite.com. Memorial Day weekend, I got Yo Gotti and Lil Baby artist 42 Doug at the TLA Young and Turn show with Black Poppy and the hottest young niggas in the city, D4M. They currently are on like high school tour, going to all schools and all that. They shutting shit down, doing 600 people or more.
Jules hit me, was like, yo, I come up for that 42 Doug concert. You gonna go with me? And I
What's up with the Dope Shows joint? The
Dope
festivals?
Shows Festival, we will be well represented. We're the only podcast on the festival. I don't have no more details right now, but
know what we're
so
doing.
far,
I seen the flyer,
so
like-
far it's like 40% sold out, and we taking credit for that. So apparently everybody wants to see the real
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah,
I'ma
my
just
man,
give
my
Matt-
man Ed sent it to me. I'm like, oh shit, y'all on this joint? I got
Yeah, we on that joint. No Roots
what's up.
Picnic this year for us. They scaled it down, but we got the Dope Fest, so
Yeah.
it balanced
But
itself
Jules
out.
was like, yo, I come up for that 42 Doug concert. You gonna go with me? I'm just like on that.
Come on now.
Like, come on,
Oh man.
come on, man. But yeah, he's hyped because Black Poppy gonna be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got nothing else, man.
Realest podcast ever, episode 87, the Gronk episode. We out of here.
You're